thank you guys so much for checking out the stream. Obviously, we're going to be doing this all night. Maybe we'll bring in some guests. I don't know. Like maybe by which I mean maybe I'll randomly call my friends without them knowing. While we're midstream. First of all, let me introduce myself. I am Lachlan Irvin. I am a writer, a podcaster, and just spend generally all my time talking about hockey. This is the CreaseCast Twitch channel, which I do, which is part of our podcast, the CreaseCast, which I do with Cody Sievertson every Monday and Friday. And sometimes we jump on here, or I should say I jump on here and play some video games, some retro NHL video games, and some hockey games. And and today we're trying something. We're trying something brand new. We're gonna be watching hockey, and hopefully you guys will be jumping along in the chat. Be sure to give us a follow, and be sure to, and hopefully you enjoy the product that hopefully you enjoy this game with me today. That's really all the stream is. It's a very low key stream as far as like some of the other stuff we've done on this channel in the past. But I will say I am very excited to show you guys the setup I have for when game time comes. We're here for this gold medal game. We're gonna be watching this as a group, hopefully making some cool a cool golden memory for Team Canada today. I've got my 2010 jersey on. This is my first time kind of running a stream like this, and we're gonna be it's gonna be not touch and go. I think I have a pretty good amount of this set up already, and I feel pretty confident that we're gonna have a pretty smooth broadcast today. Make sure to give us a follow here on the channel. Make sure to check out the CreaseCast YouTube channel, which is where we post the full Twitch streams after they're done. Today is mostly just about watching some hockey and enjoying hockey. And that's pretty self-explanatory. It's Canada, USA, the best kind of game there is when it comes to one of the strongest, biggest rivalries in all of hockey. So yeah, we're gonna have a pretty fun broadcast today. I've poured myself my coffee, even though it is almost 8 p.m. Nice. All right, I'm gonna be very alert. Now, let's get the obvious part out of the way. We can't show the game on here. Like but you already knew that. Like if you're tuning into this watch along, you've already done this before. This is probably not your first rodeo. You know, copyright laws are just the most fun thing in the world. So obviously I'm not going to be freebooting the game on here because I like not having copyright strikes, and I would like the Olympics to not ban me from showing up from going to a tournament again someday. So what we're going to be doing instead is obviously I do have a little bit of a broadcast setup, which will include the chat for you guys. Maybe we can do some if you want to do I'm gonna have some I got some buttons we can hit and some things to make the game more enjoyable, but mostly it's gonna be just watching hockey and do it, which is what I do best, and I know a lot of us do best. So I have the game on in front of me. You can't hear it. I can't. But yeah, I encourage you to turn on the game, whatever channel you're watching, and either you can mute it or go with both if you're feeling gutsy like I am. I might end up muting the actual broadcast at some point. I'm not sure I can concentrate on both at the same time, and obviously I want to put as much time into chatting with you guys. So obviously, let's start. Who's gonna win today? I think it's pretty clear that this is Canada's playing the strongest coming into this game, right? They had a little bit of letting a few too many goals against the Swiss in the semis, but nothing egregious. They still have been just rolling through a lot of teams. The U.S. had a lot of trouble getting through the Czech Republic. I admit that I'm not the biggest expert on every star in women's hockey, but I'm hoping I'm getting better at it. I mean, Sarah Fillier has been just steamrolling the competition throughout this tournament. She has looked incredible. I believe I'm blanking on her name right now, but one of the Canadian defensemen set the tournament record, I believe, for most points by a defenseman in a single Olympics. And that they're a team playing with a lot of confidence right now. Canada's playing with too much confidence to lose. Yeah. Yeah. And we got about I guess 13 minutes before the game. Drop in the chat who you think's gonna win today, and we'll get people arguing right quick throughout the rest of the show. All right. When we get to the actual game, I might honestly even switch over right now and show you guys what I have planned for today, because I'm pretty proud of it. It came together at a sort of last minute. I've been working on it a little bit over the last little while. So yeah, you know what? Let's just jump in. Let's just show you what I got right now. Why don't I? All right. Are you ready for this? I am as the game just starts up on my front monitor. Are you ready for this? I'm very excited. 3, 2, 1, boom. Hello, welcome to the broadcast center. To the CreaseCast broadcast center. We're gonna have let me give you the tour. Over here right at in the top right, you will see the preview, like the game center, where there'll be like the live stats will be updated during the game, and I'll be able to scroll through those while we're watching. So that's gonna be a big part of this. But the thing that I'm most excited for is obviously the score bug. We actually have a score bug. It's a little bit of it's a manual thing. I have to go in and edit it myself through Photoshop, but it's surprisingly quick and agile, and I'm pretty excited to use it. Overall, we get the live scores. I'll be able to add the live scores in as we go. We may or may not have a goal button. We may or may not have a goal horn specifically to be played if on any Team Canada goals should that moment arise. We may or may not also have another button for when the Americans score. It's a different button. It's a different button. I cannot stress enough that the Canadian and American buttons are very, very different. And if we use them both tonight, which seems pretty likely, I encourage you to try and see if you can spot the difference between the two. There's a very distinct difference between our two goal horns today. What else can I show you right now? I can add, so that's pretty much it. And then above me, that's chat. So if you guys throw chats in, you'll be able to see them jumping in live throughout the game. So they'll show up in the main feed as well. So that's fun. So that's what we got today. It's going to be again, not like it'll get crazier once we're all watching hockey together, but for now, it's just a little fun thing we're doing today, and I'm very excited to watch this game with you guys. Cody obviously could not be here today. We were maybe gonna have him today jump in today as well, but obviously the Abbotsford Canucks, which he covers over on his website, ahlnucksharvest.com, which you can go check out during the intermissions of this game if you want to know how the Canucks farm team is doing. He'll be busy with that throughout the rest of the night. Throughout the rest of the night, encourage you to go check out his Twitter. Canada's going with they're going with the red uniform. Good, that's the correct call. I mean, here's the thing. I don't love any of the Canada's jerseys this year. I think they're not my favorites. Hence why instead of using the this year's logo, I'm using the ones from the World. I'm using the World Cup of Hockey logos. I love the World Cup of Hockey uniforms and some of the designs they went with during that tournament. I can't not use them. But obviously the 2010 Olympics jersey is the best one. Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber tweeting about the women's hockey team. All right, buddy. All right, today we're friends. Oh, look at all those medals. I guess this is going to be a very different stream for anybody who, say, is watching, say, the American version or just a version outside of Canada. It's going to be a pretty different stream for you to a certain extent as well, because I of course, am watching the CBC version. But yeah, this is gonna be a great game this is gonna be a great game today. I've been looking forward to this all week. Honestly, I've been more excited about the women's gold medal game than just about any hockey game over the course of this week. And the Canucks played games. Maybe I will. I wonder if maybe I will pull in a few friends here if my computer won't die at the minute I try. I'm running a lot of things off of this uh my gaming laptop because that's all I have. So part of me is a little worried about running too many things on it, but you never know. I guess I could always do it through my phone. Um but yeah. Yeah. Make sure to leave a follow. If we get to more followers, I do have I don't know. I don't know. I brought in all of the Canadian things I could find in my house, which is not actually that many clothing wise. And I'm like, okay, if we get to 10 followers, I'll just sweat myself to death by wearing like a Canada scarf. I got the Vancouver 2010 redone mittens. As you can see, they're a lovely shade of black with the maple leaf on the front. A little different than the ones they actually used in 2010. I never got a pair of those red mittens. I regret that to this day. This makes up for it. Getting these made up for it a lot. But they're not red. They're obviously not red. So there's clearly a small difference here. Now, the other things I can offer as well in terms of this stream today is also if we want background music, I can run that together during the first intermission. It would take me a little bit of time. I just have to I have to basically I have to get the clearance from the program um what is it the lo-fi beats people that I use for this I use for my other stream on my own channel, but I don't have it set up for this channel yet. So, but I thought maybe at least for now it's because we're watching a hockey game. Maybe people don't want lo-fi music, very chill music during an intense hockey game. But hey, if background noise is your thing, by all means, I will try and work on that during the first period. Texting a few people. As I go and check on the I've seen all of the Olympic commercials way too many times. I think I am going to try and potentially bring in some outside help. So I'm trying set. I've never done. Again, I've never done a lot of this stuff. Setting some of it up as we go. I wonder if it'll even. I wonder if it'll even let me do this while I'm midstream because I've got the mic on. I've never used Discord with this before, but I'm going to see if I can. Oh, okay. So that apparently works. Interesting. This is it. This is the game. Here we go. All right, it's game time. This is it. It's game. It's game on. This is it. All right. No games left to be played. This is it. Commentary. I may or may not be working on getting an extra commentator here. This game is officially on. Okay. Quick changes already for Canada. They're not letting. They got to stay fresh. That is very important. They got to stay fresh, and they have to keep out of the box. So work. Meanwhile, as I work on this, let's just see how. Let's focus on the game, shall we? As I quick. As I try and get this to work a little bit more properly, let's see. this it? Okay. Well, all right. Jeez, these are not great sites. Oh well. Eh. It works for what it is. All right. Oh God, that was too close. Debian already making a bunch of huge saves here. Ann-Renée Debian, she looked a little, there were a couple times she looked a little shaky in the Swiss game, but that's a huge, oh, does that get to the side of the net? Oh, the post just gets it. Wow. That was way too close of an early chance. Like, she was wide open. That was way too close for comfort. Good work in the corner. Uh-oh. America's got the puck. The Canadians can't get in too much of an end-to-end rush war here. They don't have the legs, I think, to keep up. At least that was what happened in Pyeongchang. There was definitely points where they looked gassed. Now this Canadian team is made up of a much younger group than the last one. Like there's a lot of new bodies on this group on this team than there was on the 2018 team. It was a lot of veterans, and there's still plenty of veterans on this one too. But the key difference in how much of younger talent is infused into the lineup, like Emma Maltese, Sarah Fillier. Oh shoot! Good save. Canada already looked like the quality of their attack early already looks a lot stronger. The way they forecheck looks so much better than it has in previous runs. And that's what it takes against the Americans. The Americans are really well conditioned. Like they don't lose steam very easily. Ooh, no call. The other thing to keep in mind with the Americans is they're very opportunistic. Like I feel like every chance they get is pretty dangerous. Or it feels like there's an air of danger to it. So even if they aren't always cooking you on the shot totals, it feels like they are. Little bit of nerve. Oh, that I think that was over the blue line. I don't know if I don't. I think that and they're going to show the replay of that goal again. Just that another one of those posts that's going to just that's a haunting post later. That was Hannah Brandt. Good work in along the corner. Ooh, good work breaking up the very good work breaking up that blue line. Yeah, the difference in the forecheck is so noticeable. It's good to see. Because that's your biggest worry with Canada sometimes. It's just that they might not be able to keep the energy. But they already look better at that. Like, they look along. Look at that. Good shot. Good work behind the net. $13 minutes. Ooh, good break up of the blue line. Here they go. Come on, Canada. Move it. Oh, she's way... Oh. That looked very offside. Good work at the corner. Calm it down. They're rushing their shots a little bit. Oh, rebound. Scored! There we go. Let's play it. Goal for Canada. Atta-way. We got a goal for Canada. Oh, that was a juicy, juicy rebound. Like right out in front. Who is Sarah Fillier? That's Natalie Spooner with the rebound. Good for Natalie Spooner. What a start. That's what you want for Canada. Sarah Fillier deserves an assist on that for the great screen in front. As I, like, but, like, just straight up good for Natalie. Oh, they're gonna, what are they challenging? As I put it up on the board, that's right. 1-0 Canada. Oh no. I think I saw that. Uh-oh. If they call this back, and I'm going to be very disappointed. That's offside. Okay. Okay. You know why this sucks, though? Here's the thing. This should count anyway. Like, under the current rules, it won't. I get that. Like, I get that under the current rules, this won't count. But do you know how much time passed in between this offside and the goal? Like, in a ridiculous amount of time passed. Like, between when they crossed the blue line on an offside to when that puck went in. There were at least, the Americans had at least, what, 2 different clearing attempts that they couldn't get to? There was enough time for that offside not to matter and human error to come into play. And I get that this is probably not going to count. Oh. Yep. I know. Okay. Being very clear, too long didn't read. I get why that won't count under the rules, but it should count. It's a joke that's how we're using offside. It just is. Like that's that it, I, like there should be some element of human error in there. Like I get the like if the referee misses that kind of a play and it goes for that long, like that should be just kind of part of the game. Like again, like four. Oh, there we go. That doesn't now it doesn't matter. Play it again. Doesn't matter. Do you think it matters? It sure doesn't. Give them the goal. 1-0. I didn't change the board and I'm not gonna. Well, yes. What? There we go. Sarah Nurse. Doesn't matter. Getting it right back. Canada's not going anywhere. Like, they're not. This is. I think the fact that they scored, that they let in the first goal, and immediately stormed back and put in another one, just tells you where we're at. Just tells you how much stronger this group is now. All right. Americans looking a little bit. Hmm? The woos. Moonlight. How we doing? All right. All right. Train. Working around the corner. The Canadians are just running the table right now. Like they're setting the tempo, and the Americans aren't able to keep up. Will. Oh, giveaway. Oh, giveaway. Oh, that's a trip. Ooh, good work. Good check. Man, the Americans have no idea what to do right now. careful. Oh, biting a little hard there. Oh, that puck's up. Watch out. That's the kind of goal that can sometimes just be a deflator because it bounces up and it looked like it was going to go in. It looked like there was maybe a chance it was going to go in. Offside. All right. Commercial break. TV timeout. 1-0. How we feeling, everybody? Stressed? Unstoppable today. I got that song stuck in my head. And this is this is the game, everybody. It is 1-0 off a goal by Sarah Nurse. And that's where we stand right now. And I am working. I believe we have a co-host coming in a bit here. Oh, I forgot I'm in all caps. I'm looking at CBC's match sets. Oh, please. These got to be better, right? Yes. Okay. Much better. This is a much better setup. Okay, we're going with this one for the rest of the game. That is, 1,000 times better because it actually shows the score. It actually shows the goals. Much better. Oh, and we got intern Jacob jumping in, I believe. We may have a guest here. Uh-oh.
Hello.
Hey, it's Jacob.
Hey.
All right, chat. Welcome Jacob to the show.
This is perfect. So give me 1 second. I'm just muting on this end here because I got the game as well. Gotta figure the setup out.
I don't think I can.
I think we're good now.
Yeah, I don't think it could hear you before. I think you're okay.
Oh no, it's all good. I just had sound up on the CBC stream that I have, and I want to hear you, so I just had to mute it. Yeah. Gotcha. So now I've got, I have Twitch open here. I've muted the Twitch because you're slightly behind in the Twitch stream officially, which makes sense. So I am all just slightly behind, just a little. Just there's gonna be a little.
There's gonna be a little bit of delay.
You gotta be, obviously, you gotta be streets ahead.
Yes, streets.
Okay.
Yes, always streets ahead.
You don't want to be streets behind. All right. But yes. No, I was very mad when it was offside. I was watching it downstairs, and now I'm up here watching it on my setup, which is consisting of a Mac Mini. And if the mic is bad, please let me know. I can switch it to a different mic.
I think this mic's pretty good. What do you think,
okay.
Chat? Do you think the mic's good? No, nobody's talking in the chat right now, but that's
all right. That's all good. Yeah, so I've got better. So by the way, game has started. Are you at 705, 704, 703? Like, are we watching the same feed?
I'm at 708.
Oh, that was close. Oh, okay. So now you're I'm a little ahead of you. I'm a little ahead.
That makes sense.
For some reason. Are you watching the CBC feed?
Yeah, I'm watching through my my browser.
Yeah, but
I think I made a slight website. I think I made a slight error on like when I clipping. I think I can fix that though. Let's see.
Okay.
I think that's
it's all good. Like I don't want to freak out and celebrate if something happens and you're behind. I want to make sure we're on the same feed here.
Yeah. we're on the same. Make sure we're on the same page.
Exactly. Here, give me 1 second. I'm gonna promote. We gotta amplify this. All right.
We gotta amplify this.
I gotta amplify this. Joining. I'm gonna go on Twitter to.
All right. So I'm at exactly 6 minutes as there.
Okay, perfect. I'm exactly 6 minutes now. The replay just started. Okay.
Face off.
Perfect.
All right. And so chat, for those of you who don't know, this is setting this up so that I could listen to the game without it playing through the Twitch and getting us banned from Twitch was a pain and a half.
You got banned from Twitch?
No, we didn't get banned from Twitch specifically because I was able to set it up so that can't hear the audio.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you're watching it muted at least. Okay.
No, so I'm watching.
Like I'm watching
the
it.
Game.
Oh, you can hear the commentary. I just muted it on my end so I can hear you clearly. I might switch that though, at least so I can hear a little bit of the commentary because that's just a bit helpful. But there's no audio slider on the CBC player. It's only mute and unmute as far as I'm aware. So I don't understand why that's a weird design flaw in that in their video player here.
Yeah,
maybe there's a way to fix that.
I am fully engaged in the. I downloaded a volume mixer.
I see.
A specific volume mixer thing that basically gives me like way more setup on how to different applications and what the volumes are on all of them and which speakers they play through. So I have everything routed through the mic here, but I am listening through my but I'm listening to everything and monitoring it all through my speakers. So technically, I can hear everything without. Without
honestly,
yeah.
That's all good. I might just keep it muted. I don't have to hear ads then. There's a lot of ads, a lot of the same ads throughout these Olympics.
I was already.
If anyone's in the chat, please type what the most annoying ad has been so far. If you've been watching a lot of Olympic coverage. Favorite and worst ad.
What's your favorite? What's the worst ad, and why is it that which one? It's the. Oh, why am I blanking on it right now? There's one particularly annoying one. Oh, the Boomsies one. No, they scored!
Are we talking about? Oh, I didn't see that.
That's Poulan.
Wait, what?
That's a weird one.
So you're ahead of me now. Oh.
Wait,
what the heck? I'm at 5-0. Yeah, now you're ahead of me. Okay, I'm seeing it right now. And scores. Oh, let's go. Okay, wait a second. I'm going to get my goal horn here set up. I had it set up earlier. Woo! Not sure if you can hear that.
I can.
Perfect. That's beautiful.
But it sounds like
Let's go,
like a saw through the mic.
I know it sounds like and now I'm playing Holiday in the background. Oh. Hopefully that doesn't get a copyright strike. So I'm gonna turn that down.
Turn that off.
Yeah, no, don't worry. It was just the beginning. You heard the first 5 seconds, and that's it. That's all you get. Okay, so I'm mad now. You were ahead of me. I gotta refresh this to see if that fixes it. Oh man.
And as I quickly go in and update the fact that it is 2-0. Marie-Philippe Poulan continues to be the GOAT at scoring clutch goals at all times. Put it up on the scoreboard.
There is no better hockey player that is more clutch than MPP.
Absolutely not.
Honestly.
No, there is no one.
It's no one. No one is the GOAT besides her. Like seriously, 2010, 2014 World Championships last year in overtime, and now this here going up 2-0 with about 4.5 left in the first period.
Yep.
Should have taken an anytime goal scorer on that. That would have been a good bet.
God,
I know. Who was it? It was Parker at Parker Pucks on Canucks Twitter. Easiest money of my life.
Ooh, and now,
taking Poulan to score today. That would have been a good one to take. Actually, I should have done that.
Kendall coins in the box.
Ooh.
Delay of game.
Let's go. Okay, so yeah, so I I wish I could see what you're seeing because I think my stream is behind. So, okay, on the CBC website, are you watching the primetime one or are you watching the just hockey women's gold medal game?
Prime time.
Because I think maybe one of them might be farther ahead.
I'm watching prime time.
Okay, so I was watching primetime as well, so I'm gonna go back to that. I don't know.
Rebound. Oh.
I just
Holds
wish
it.
Okay, that's all right. Yeah, you're
What's the
ahead of me
puck?
now. Or
I'm at 4:17, 16.
I'm at 4:30.
Oh, geez, you're
So
very
I'm
far
like
behind.
15 sec. Yeah, I don't know why. I was ahead of you for a while. And oh yeah, there's a good chance. And now I am yeah,
Sometimes it's just a
20
matter of
seconds
you
behind.
clip back, like you cut back as far as you can and
Hmm.
then click go live again. Sometimes that rejigs it a little bit because it still like gives it sometimes it still thinks like 10 seconds the buffer is enough to be live still.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm refreshing it again, and you know what? Actually, I'm gonna try something different here. I'm gonna go and try a different browser because sometimes, like, I am the only person I know that uses Microsoft Edge, and it can be good
Microsoft
sometimes. But
Edge.
yeah, I know, I know. So I'm gonna load this up in Chrome and see if that makes a difference.
Looking at the rebound. Oh, goalie should have had that one. Like that Poulan,
Uh,
like it goes through her shoulder. Like Poulan's shots,
mhm,
it's not a particularly difficult shot for her to
mhm,
take, but she bobbles it big time.
mhm. We're talking about the pool angle, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Like
Okay.
it goes right through her shoulder.
I'm
Like
right.
that's one of those shots as a goaltender that you look back on and you're like, I should have had that.
Okay. So face off, it's 341. Is that what you have right now?
No, I'm at 316. I might have to cut back.
Oh yeah, no, I'm really messed up here on the time. I don't know why. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go. I'm actually gonna here. I will come back to this stream in a couple minutes. I'm gonna see if I can resolve some issues here.
Sure, sounds good. Take your time,
I'll be
buddy.
right back. Yeah.
And that was Jacob New. Gone forever. No. Gone but not forgotten. No, he'll be back. All right. As we're 15 seconds left on the Canadian power play. American, that was a weird. Oh, she really tried to chase her down. Now I think they're caught in an odd man rush a little bit. Now you got to keep an eye out for Kendall Coyne, Schofield, because she's about to leap out of the box. Uh-oh. That's not a good giveaway. That's a bad giveaway. Working its way around the corner. The Americans are getting a little bit of pressure. Americans are settling down a little bit, which is not you're up 2-0. It's not an issue per se. It's just okay, you have to be aware of it.
I am back, and I think I am now
He's
caught up.
back. All right. At what time?
208.
2:08.
Now I'm at 2 minutes.
Interesting, because I'm still very ahead of you.
You're at like 130.
Yes.
Man, your internet must be much better than mine.
I am using Ethernet, which helps. Oh, we got a first.
That
All
is
right.
true.
Oh,
I'm on Wi-Fi.
As a neutral
So
viewer, I am hoping very much for a Canadian win, as are all of us, arguably AFL, as are all of us. It is
all of us.
Now,
Yes.
as an interesting neutral viewer, you'll have to tell us what country you hail from, because I'd be interested to know. I mean, that makes sense. I feel like I actually don't know where most where other countries stand when it comes to the Canadian USA rivalry. Like that is like it's such a heavyweight battle that it makes sense that not everyone is going to get be on. Not everyone's gonna be on Canada's side in this game because they're seen as Goliath in international hockey at all times. That was a good work on that wraparound. That is a bit of a Fillier got away with a little bit of a cross check from behind. Australian. Oh, AFL. I should have known that. I should have figured that one out. Australian. Nice. That's awesome. I hear Australia has a very has a quietly very good popular hockey has a very a quietly very good hockey community. Like it's one of those ones that just doesn't get talked about enough that people love hockey in Australia. I've heard it's very underrated in that regard. Hopefully we'll see them. Hopefully we'll see Australia at an Olympic Games in hockey at some point. How you doing there, Jacob?
I am still figuring out. I've been switching between some official sources here. I tried actually using Sportsnet Now even, but I think because of the way the Olympic rights are, it says you should be able to watch it, but you can't on Sportsnet Now. Now, actually, Sportsnet Now is okay. So I'm at 35 seconds. How about you?
I'm at 20 seconds. That's good enough.
Okay, I mean that's close enough. I mean we're having issues, but I don't. Honestly, if you celebrate, that's fine. If you see something awesome, that's great.
I can always pull it back slightly.
I mean, I wouldn't worry too much about it. It's fine.
2 seconds left. Nice glove by Demian. I might have just let that play out if I were her. It was going high. I don't think it was gonna impact.
Yeah, but I see it. Long shot and yep. And yep. High glove. With 0.2 left.
0.2 left. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
As a lineup for the face-off, it's just collapse a wall in front of the U.S. net or in front of the Canadian net. That's the horn.
Mm-hmm.
That's the end of the first period. Canada should be leading 3-0, but it's 2-0.
What do you mean 3-0? It was offside. Let's be clear about that.
It was offside. I explained earlier though that my logic on this is that by the time it's been the puck has been in the zone for 30 seconds, the other team, the Americans have had possession and have had opportunities to clear the puck out and couldn't get it done. That even though the rules say that you shouldn't, that's counts, that's still offside, it shouldn't. There should be, it should be okay, clearly that offside had nothing to do with the rest of the play unfolding the way it did, right?
Yeah.
There has to be enough of
so
a
is your
time.
Yeah, so use your cushion time 30 seconds because I've heard this talked about on sports talk before. People say if the pressure is sustained in a certain amount of time passes offside, it's irrelevant to that point. Is it 30 seconds for you?
I think
because I've heard some people say it should be 45 or you can't go super long. Obviously, I think it should be around 30. So
I don't think it's really about time at all as it is possession. I think if the states have the puck in their get control of the puck, they should be able to that should be counted as okay. What happens now if they fail to clear, the offside is is a moot point because they've already made the conscious play. Because otherwise, in theory, right, one team could spend 15 minutes in the zone, both teams having possession. It could just manage to be an insane amount of time, but then a goal that goes in could not count just because they didn't manage to clear, right?
Yeah, but we've seen the longest example I've ever seen of that is probably sustained pressure for maybe just over 45 to 50 seconds. I've never seen it where it's been a full 2 minutes of them staying in the offensive zone and then they score, because as soon as the opposition touches the puck and takes it out, it doesn't matter. The play in that zone essentially is over. They've taken possession and they're moving back into their O zone. So you're not going to get an instance where it's literally 3 minutes of sustained pressure and then they're going to be okay, offside, wind the clock back 3 minutes entirely.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. We have our own league, but it's not well known enough to get mainstream coverage. From what I've noticed, NHL is about as popular as
I've watched
NFL in
AFL.
Australia. And no, we're talking about the. He's talking about. They're talking about Australian hockey. From what I've noticed,
Oh,
NHL is about as popular as NFL. I actually that shocks me. Like that's shocking. Because I've heard like the NFL is like gets some good coverage. Like made like North American pro sports get pretty good
I think it does, but the NBA is
popularity.
bigger in the NBA is bigger in Australia than the NFL, I
That's
would
true.
say, and AFL is
That's
the
true.
dominant
Boy,
sport.
that's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
NBA is the big one. Like the Australia has a very strong basketball program.
Yes, they do.
Have you ever seen AFL? I have not, but I might have to look it out because it's different rules and everything, right? Like
Yeah,
it's a
I've
totally
watched
different rule
AFL,
setup.
Lachlan.
Oh, you have?
It's very fun, actually. Yeah, my grandpa got me into it a couple years back, and like if it's occasionally on like TSN2 on like a random morning at like 9 a.m. and if I'm bored, I'll be like, hey, let's just put this on. It's like Adelaide versus South Wales or something like that.
Interesting. Okay, I might have to watch that.
Hmm.
I don't know what their season generally is. Like when their season is.
Yeah, I don't know
Oh,
when their season is. I know that
it looks
they
like it
have
runs
quite a few
March to
teams,
September.
and yeah.
March to September. Okay, so like right around when there's not as much hockey on. I'll have to
Hmm.
look it out. I'll have to look it out. Maybe I'll have a new allegiance for a an AFL team by the by
Here, here,
the end of
here,
the year.
Lachlan. I'm gonna list a bunch of the monikers, the mascots for them, and you're gonna choose one, and I'll tell you which city club you
Oh,
belong to.
I've
Then,
got the
okay?
list in front of me.
Oh, you already do. Never mind.
I mean, there's a team called the Kangaroos. That's pretty
That is hardcore. Yes.
hard
I
to
think I'm
go
trying to remember.
against.
I cheered for the Crows because my grandpa spent almost a year in Adelaide, which is how he got into AFL. Because literally, I think the people he ended up staying with for the reasons he was there, they were huge AFL fans. And I don't think they ever went to a game, but they definitely had the games on, well, and they enjoyed watching them.
The NBA is huge in Australia. Adelaide Crows is my team. So you've
Hey,
got
there
a
you go.
common you have a common friend here in arguably AFL. Uh,
Nice. Let's
nice.
go.
Which team has the coolest stadium? That usually wins me over. I'll
That
admit
is true.
I'm won over by cool stadiums. Like that's
Oh, I think I already
cool
found one. I think
uniforms.
this is the Melbourne Cricket Ground might be yours. That is a pretty cool looking stadium. I'm looking at a picture of it right now.
It's
Um,
huge.
there's two teams actually, so it's essentially the MetLife Stadium of AFL because it
There's
hosts two
three
teams,
teams.
or
There's
SoFi Stadium actually.
Yeah. There's three teams
It hosts.
actually. Oh my
Oh,
god.
there's three. Oh, you're right. It hosts Richmond, Melbourne, and Hawthorn. That is quite a few teams. Or actually, no, it
Nice.
hosts four teams. It's four teams. I'm not even joking. It's Collingwood as well.
Oh yeah.
Can you
Wow.
imagine one single venue hosting four major teams of the same league?
Of
I
course I
cannot
can.
imagine that.
Of course I can. Have you
When did
ever
it
heard of
happen?
Hogwarts Quidditch pitch? Like
Yeah, but
they had
that's
all
different.
four.
Well, obviously,
That
they're
would
not
be
all
nuts
from the
though.
different. They're not all of different geographical areas. Like, I mean, Australia is not super large, but at the same time, like you'd think they would maybe like having a one giant stadium for all the different teams probably is very expensive, and maybe they're just like let's consolidate it into like one stadium for home games.
I mean that is the
Like Dockland's
fiscally
also
that's the fiscally
actually there's a stadium
responsible
that
thing to do.
there is a stadium that actually hosts five teams as well. This is Docklands. It's actually Marvel Stadium. I'm not joking. That's the naming rights of it.
Ooh.
Maybe this is your venue. Then you
Oh.
should go check out Marvel
It's
Stadium.
actually we're talking actually sponsored by Marvel. Okay. Yes,
Like
then I
yeah,
choose
but
that one.
Disney's Marvel. Yeah.
I choose one of those teams then. Absolutely.
Arguably, AFL said the MGC or the MCG. This is the Melbourne Cricket Ground. Is the biggest stadium in Australia. It holds over 100,000 people, and that's where the final is held. So
Yeah.
that makes a lot of sense. They probably choose the largest stadium. Oh,
Yeah.
uh-oh.
Yeah, the MC
Canucks related thing, Lachlan. Are you looking at Cody's tweet? Cody Sievertson just clipped that Jack Rathbone got crushed into the end boards, and they're bringing out a stretcher.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing that now. Oh, that's
I'm watching the clip right now. I have not seen it, so that's a big hit. I mean, he didn't go down like suddenly at least, but like the way he slowly crumpled is very concerning. That's not good.
Yeah, the MCG
especially when everyone was.
The MCG
Go
is
ahead.
the biggest stadium in Australia, holds 100,000 people. The grand final
Mm-hmm.
every year is held in the MCG. Oh, that's interesting. So they hold the one game in the same.
It's not the Super Bowl where they. I mean, that makes sense. It's small enough place.
Oh,
it's not the Super Bowl where they're just going to choose every different venue.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
man.
mean, clearly it's a pretty neutral site stadium as is when you have 4 teams playing in there. It's not like you can have a lot of like branding for that many for one team in there, right? So it's a pretty neutral site as is. God, Jack Rathbone going down though. That's a God. I'm going to
Oh yeah, I'm looking at this, and this is like the worst timing since everyone was on the side of like bring Jack up. Not to say that they wanted to trade people, but like give him an opportunity. And I would say, yeah, bring him up at least for a couple games, see what he's got.
I'll say this, like looking at the hit, my initial thought on it is like it's not obviously not a clean hit. It's totally from behind, but it's one of those hits that looking at it, it could be worse. It could be more of the wind got knocked out of him sort of situation rather than an injury.
True. There's athletes that get into those situations where they're hit, they go down, and it looks way more serious, but it's literally just the lungs are, not to say they got crushed, but they're needing time to actually just recalibrate. And apparently he's still down, so I don't know. We'll have to see how that is. A lot of people are talking about it now.
Yeah, hopefully it's worse than it looked.
Because that's the best case for that. Hopefully.
Good God, that's huge.
All right.
If they lose him, that's
There was no penalty apparently either, according to Rob Williams.
Yep, no penalty. Ooh.
Wonderful.
Team Canada stats on the nicer side of things. Nurse's goal is her 17th point of the tournament. She ties Hayley Wickenheiser's single Olympic Games point record from Turin 2006. That's a.
Did you see the clip of Hayley Wickenheiser? I think from 2002 and the comment that she made. I think it was maybe after the game when they had won, because I'm pretty sure they won in 2002.
Oh yeah,
and it was like essentially it was like it's an iconic interview and moment because you would never imagine any NHL player ever talking like that about their opponent. Yeah. That's so stale and just being like, we got out there, we played hard, we worked hard, we got on the boards, and it was a hard fought match, blah blah blah.
Like they're absolutely NHL interviews, like they barely even factor in the opponent, whereas as like you saw today with Natalie Spooner where she was literally like, we are going to like I'm paraphrasing, but it was something along the lines of like, we are going to like destroy them, like one of those like kind of things, right? I'm completely paraphrasing. Please everyone go look up the actual quote. But it was one of those things where it's like
they gave correction on the Rob Williams mention about penalty. Cody's confirmed now they made a boarding call, a major 5-minute penality, and a 10-minute game misconduct. So that at least they got that right after. Yeah, they reviewed it and they looked at it and they said, that needs to be there needs to be reprimand for that.
They can review it, and that's the important part. But yeah, like with like it feels like the women's players almost take the WWE promoter approach much better, and they're much better at it. Like they know how to sell a sport with like the big with like the good interviews and stuff. They're not afraid to like push the envelope in that regard, which is awesome. As we await the second period of Canada USA. I have the lights dimmed to red in here, which is awesome. Really feels like It really feels like
I
I'm
used
living
to
in
have
Canada.
I used to have dimmable colored lights, and then they broke. So I was lazy enough, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go back to regular light bulbs because I'm cheap like that.
I am extra, and I tend on having color. I don't know if I could ever go back to not owning colored light bulbs. They're too fun.
Are you the type of person that do you have Hue light bulbs, or do you have like those
Yes.
Amazon brand
I
colored
have
light
Hu-
bulbs that
I
work
have
just as well?
I have Hue light bulbs because
Of course,
uh
you have the Hues. Okay.
why would I give Jeff Bezos money when I could give it to Mr. Phillips?
Yeah, but those sure, but like those light bulbs are so expensive. Like not just the
Yeah, but
light
they
bulbs,
work
but
great.
every like I look at yeah, they
And the
do.
app
Like
is
I'll give them credit.
fantastic.
It's a great ecosystem. I just think the money is when you can find similar products for cheaper and you can just kind of like wire in them and rig the system to just work pretty similarly. Like it's just worth it saving the money.
Yeah, but the
But you
app
know,
works
people
really
can
great.
decide what they want. Like I'm the like well, so you're big on the lights. If I'm like hosting people at my house for hockey, I'd get out my Bluetooth speaker and set up a goal horn app. I have my Budweiser red light that
Oh
I
yeah,
won
I
from a
could do
Canucks
that.
game,
Oh yeah,
but
I'm
I
working on
definitely am
that
the
this
type of
week.
person that just gets the goal horn. I give credit to Carson Lougheed and Famous Goal Horns. I'm gonna plug their Goal Horns hub app. It's the greatest app ever
It's a very good app.
if you've ever used it. So that's my plug of the night. It's product placement. If doubt
They didn't pay
Carson's
us.
listening to this, but
They didn't pay us though, so like they're gonna have
yeah,
to
but
pay us
like
now.
I promote his stuff on my other feed as well. Because the app is well built and they
Yeah,
take suggestions and they take a lot of suggestions. I was there when the first app came out, and it's only gotten 10 times better. You can add custom goal songs. They've added, I think, I don't know
yeah,
how
I've
many
used
goal
it.
horns now are in the app, but there used to have only like they had NHL and a couple AHL teams. They have teams from NHL. They have vintage NHL horns. They have all the AHL teams and some former AHL teams. They've got WHL, OHL teams, and I think they're even putting in some European teams.
Oh yeah,
They're
I've
really
used
going
it. It's
all out
great.
with it.
I've used it.
So
I use it all the time.
yeah, if anyone's listening to this and they're looking for a great app to play horns for when they're watching hockey, or even doesn't even have to be hockey, it could be really any sport. I highly recommend checking out that app. I think it's a couple bucks on the App Store for the full version. It's totally worth it. They have they have MLB horns. So they've got like the Blue Jays have a home run horn. They've got Tampa Bay, Milwaukee, and so forth.
Yeah.
What other? They have some. I'm
All
trying to
right.
see if they have. Yeah.
You don't have
Okay.
to read out the whole list.
Yeah, I know. We're in the second period now.
Yep, second period, and we've updated the score bug, so it now says two. So it now says second period in it.
Mm.
As we get to this game, as we get back to the action. All right, for Canada, there is a. It's pretty like they're playing so well that I'm not super worried with what they're going like for the rest of the night here. I feel pretty strongly that they're gonna have a decent showing here.
That's what I said about Canada in 20 at the 2011 World Juniors. They went up 3-0 on Russia, and guess what happened? So I never look at a lead and say it's in the bag.
I
You
hope
know,
they
the
do that.
especially with the US, like this team, they won gold in 2018. So like I'm really excited for if Canada can win this, but at the same time, this is not sealed. This is not a done deal yet. So
It's not a done deal for sure, but I feel like the way that Canada's been playing so far and the way that they're forechecking, I feel a lot more confident this time around that this is like a type of lead that this is the type of lead that they can keep building off of, and it's not going to get
oh yeah, for sure.
crazy.
Oh, oops. That was an accident. Sorry. All right.
All
From
right.
Haley Salvian. Marie-Philippe Poulin has now scored in every gold medal game she's ever played in the Olympics. So that's 2010, 2014, 2018, and 2022. She is the first and only player, male or female, to score in 4 Olympic gold medal games.
I
Your
mean,
Honor, I rest my case.
yes. bingo. Like there's no one who comes.
Mhm.
No one compares. No one
No
compares.
one
Like
compares.
Justin Williams comes is like in tier 2. Is like he's
Kind of,
like in
yeah.
the
Mr.
second
Game
tier.
7.
Mr.
Yeah,
Game
I can see
7.
that.
But even that's not. It's not a. It's not as concrete a stat line as Marie-Philippe Poulin scoring in
Hmm.
every single gold medal game she plays in. It's unreal.
Yeah.
That's not even include. Does that? I don't think that even includes. Does that include World Championships? Because there's even more in there.
Well, it only includes Olympics.
Yeah, there you
From
go. Like and we got a
WM. Yeah.
breakaway off the
Come on.
goaltender. Nice save by good chance for Canada. I think that was Brianne Jenner.
Hmm.
Oh, she lost the puck. Who is that? 3. Oh, this is the thing with like the States. I said it early that the States, no matter how many like shots they get, it feels like every shot they get is quality. And that's what you have to worry about with them. Is that it's always like quality over quantity with them. They could get 10 shots, but they could be 10 fantastic shots.
Yeah.
I was reading something this morning that said 7 of the last 9, I think, finals between Canada and the US have gone to OT. That's probably true. Like I believe that if that's including World Championships, then
Yeah, no,
that would
I
make a lot
guarantee
of
you that
sense.
is very accurate. It might not be, I don't know if it's 7, but at least 6 for sure. You got to think, like just, I don't know if that, are they counting what was it? It wasn't the PWA, the
No,
Dream Team Tour or whatever it was called.
no,
That doesn't count. This is just,
no, that's because those are like city teams. They're not national
okay.
teams.
Okay.
Yeah, so that doesn't include this only is, I believe that would only include Olympics and Women's World Championships, maybe the Four Nations Cup, but even then I think it's mostly just I think it's those two in particular.
Okay, so here's a question for you.
Shoot.
The hockey news. Reminder that Team Canada entered tonight's gold medal game with a 4-0 record, aka 4 less wins than the 2022 Montreal Canadiens. Who would win a hockey game in the NHL? The 2022 Montreal Canadiens or 2022 Women's Team Canada? Who
Women's
is
team
more likely
easy.
to win an NHL game? Yeah.
Like it's like okay. Like put aside even just the like head-to-head battles of the forwards and defense for a second. Goaltending
Mhm.
alone, like I'll take Ann-Renée Desbiens over poor Sam Montembeault and
Caden Primo, who
Caden
got sent
Primo
down. They, I
and
think,
Caden Primo
got the
again.
Hamburglar in
Yeah.
Montreal. In the Montreal now.
Yeah. Canada would win on goaltending alone. Like they have depth in goal that the Montreal Canadiens without Carey Price do not have.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's no and there's no comparable for Marie-Philippe Poulin, obviously, on the Canadiens, the Montreal Canadiens. They don't have the depth that Team Canada has. Ooh, it's in close. Good. Their transition game of Canada. Well, that's offside again. They're really struggling to make zone entries cleanly. And that concerns me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But like their actual like transition from defense to offense is looking very good. Like they're really good at returning that puck, like quickly bringing the puck out of their zone like that. Their Corsi is very good.
Mm-hmm.
I guess technically not Corsi. Corsi is, I believe, shots. It's your PDO. That's what I'm looking for. That's the analytics.
Yes.
That's the analytics soup that I'm looking for. Good shot, and Desbiens covers. 13 saves for Ann-Renée Desbiens. She hasn't been super busy today, which is very good compared to the last time they played when
Mhm.
she got peppered with 50. Canada doing
Yeah.
a lot better a job suppressing chances today.
Mhm.
For anyone who is here for the first time, welcome. Make sure to click follow on the CreaseCast Twitch channel. So you get we can get so we do more of these streams. If we get to 10 followers by the end of the night, I will I don't know, I'll put on mittens or a scarf or something that I have here.
Here, how about you put the Team Europe jersey underneath your Canada jersey?
The team. Oh, that's. I don't know. I feel like that's
Is
sacrilege.
that too?
I don't
Is
think I
that
can
too
do
much
that.
of a sin for you?
Yeah, it's too much of a sin. It has to be Canadian stuff. I've got the mittens.
Okay.
I got the mittens, and I've
I will.
got the Canada scarf.
But that's not a good. That's not a good enough incentive for get 10 followers here. We got to step it up a little bit.
That's true.
We got to step out of your. You got to step out of your comfort zone here.
I mean, I am already under a bunch of like ring lights, and arguably AFL is followed. There we go. Thank you so much.
Hey, let's go. We're on our way. Thank you very much. Arguably AFL. Let's go.
So the reason I feel like, oh, that was a bit of a knuckler, but Cavallini gets in front of it.
Maybe here, arguably AFL. If I'm right in that you think that the only way that the reason you followed is because he should put on the Europe jersey, please let us know in the chat. I'm not asking you to take the all I'm saying is I'm not asking you to take the Canada jersey off at all. I'm just saying put it under the Canada jersey. You still wear the Canada jersey. And it's not guaranteed to happen anyways. It's a big what if anyways.
What about the Korea jersey? Can I put the Korea jersey on?
Oh, I'd love to see the Korea jersey, but wait until the next TV timeout. I don't see it in the. Is it the one beside it there? I can't see it.
Yeah,
it's behind your head.
I think.
One
sitting behind my head. That is a.
That's
actually a very interesting story that maybe I'll tell right now.
Sure.
So that is actually that behind me, that's a South Korean official jersey. It's a game worn jersey. From before the 2018 Olympics. Absolutely, that's the reason. There we go. Okay, so I have to put on fine. I will put on the Team Europe jersey underneath the Canada jersey.
Thank you. Well, thank you very much, AFL. I'm going to find.
Cavallini gets a toe on it. A great chance for Canada, though. Yeah, they're like, even though they're not even when that puck doesn't go, the way that they're getting these opportunities, Canada's looking so strong right now. They just got to keep going.
Just got to keep the foot on the gas here.
They got to, yeah, exactly. They just have to keep their foot on the gas and keep doing as good a job as they are, suppressing shot opportunities. Well, hold on, American player just ran into the goaltender. I don't know how that's not a penalty. That's a clear penalty. Stick just.
Yeah, no, I just saw it now because I'm a little behind. That should have been a penalty. I don't know why they didn't call that.
Cavallini's going to cover the
with the glove. There was also a hit on Fillier in that first period before I came onto the stream that I thought was pretty
Fillier
much like a
somebody, and
a cross check. Or no, it was Fillier that got cross checked. And I was like, oof. I'm like, this. So there's a call, and there was no call. And I'm like, the ref's letting it go. That was a good chance there. Who was that? Was that that was 24. Nice job, Spooner.
Spooner is the reason I watched The Amazing Race Canada.
Yes, that was one of the best seasons of The Amazing Race Canada, actually.
It's the only one I've watched.
I think
I cannot compare.
It was there's been several seasons, but I'm pretty sure that was the best season that I've watched, at least. I'm trying to figure out who it was here.
They cooked everybody in every competition except
There was season, I think it might have been season 5. I'm double checking here. Nope. That might have been season 4. Because I remember when this whole Amazing Race Canada thing popped up, I was definitely into it. Nope. It might have been. Oh yeah, it must have been an early season. I mean, it doesn't feel like that was 6 years ago though.
Oh, we did hit 10. Oh, we did hit 10 followers. There we go.
Let's go.
I just realized that we were at 9. I thought we were at 7 for some reason.
I thought we were. I didn't know we're at 10 that close. I thought we were most likely at 3 or something.
Wow, way to
It's been a
doubt
while.
my ability to draw people in with
I'm
retro video games.
Hey, you know what? It's the first time I've been on the stream here. I've watched the stream. I haven't been on with you,
Here
but
we go. Up one. There's a shot. Rebound. Oh, this is scores.
come on.
There's the goal. 3-0
Let's go.
Canada.
Let's go. And the goal light's gonna go off downstairs. My Budweiser goal light. Nice rebound. Oh, let's go. Nice job.
That is Canada.
Woo!
God, that was beautiful.
Another. It's Poulin again to copy the commentary from 2014.
Again? Jeez.
Yeah, that's score. It's Poulin again.
So yeah, because
and Canada's up 3-0.
Gets the initial pass off the rebound.
And that went off the goalie's pad off of the Poulin shot, I think.
Jeez, that's
Let's
silky
see.
smooth.
And yeah, that's off her pad, totally. Yeah.
Like that's
I love it. I'll give her credit. Poulin is she does the same celly every time where she just puts her arms like in that position and then just looks down and like shakes them in like happiness. She did it in 2014 when she won it, mostly because I think she was like super exhausted. It was they scored on the power play and it was a very like tiring overtime and she just couldn't even raise her hands. She's just like, we did it.
Yeah.
So let's go.
Now, I did watch the 2010 highlights from that gold medal game earlier today or yesterday. And she did when she scored her first goal in that game, she did the Foligno hop.
Nice.
She did the Foligno hop when she scored, but she was a rookie at the time, right? So she has there was a little bit more of she wasn't the savvy veteran who gets to act like who's acting like she's been there before. Oh, that's great defensive work.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Canada is sacrificing the body to stop that puck.
Woo.
Who was that?
Yeah, wow. Yeah, no, I just saw that. That was a great play to get down there.
Your goaltender's best friend. Right.
There was a similar.
That is your
I think in today's Florida Carolina game, there was like a save that was made off by a defenseman with his stick, and it was like he still was sliding down with the goalie down and away, and he raised his stick a little bit, and it went off his stick and out.
Oh, the Americans are getting a little bit chippy now. They're just jamming away at the puck. They're
mad.
This
when they're down 3-0, this is when the Americans get really irritated. Like this is part of their game.
Yes, it is.
It's the same thing with like the World Juniors and the men's. Usually, like I remember at the end, or even in 2010, like when we were watching the final, like we were up 2-0. The U.S. were super chippy in the third period before they ended up tying it. It's just part of their game to get back in it, get the opponent irritated, maybe draw some penalties.
All right, since there are 10 followers, I guess I have to put on a jersey then. And I'll do that right now.
Yeah,
it's a commercial break.
It's a good time, actually. Yeah, now, let's do it.
I guess I'll throw on I'll throw on the European jersey because I guess it's the smaller of the two. And I just have to and then I got another jersey I can throw up there in the meantime. All right, let's do this. I can't hear anything, but right now.
I'm taking over right now until he comes back, which should be in 2 seconds. Let's go, Team Europe. Represent the 2016 World Cup of Hockey. Let's go.
For Canadian vibes, let's just throw Luongo up there.
There you go. Team Canada 2010 in the background now.
Here we go. I thought I would, I gotta say, I really thought that it would, I would never stoop to undressing on stream for views.
This okay. Yeah, but like the Twitch is not what you think it is. This is not a hot tub stream. This is not an ASMR stream. We don't stoop to those lows. This is as low as we'll probably ever go. And if we end up losing this game, we'll all know it's Lachlan's fault.
There we go. Oh, it's
from how many different jerseys do you guys have? Yeah, you go first.
Oh my God, you have so your only
that's really cool.
Only non-Canucks jersey is a Florence Schelling 2018 Switzerland one. That's awesome. I want that jersey. Can I have that jersey?
It's a good one.
I love Florence Schelling. She's awesome. Um, she was a GM for a bit in the Swiss league as well after she retired. Um,
Hmm.
okay, wow, it's okay. I can already feel it's getting a little toasty.
Getting a little
How many
hot
different
here.
how many jerseys do you guys have? I have too many to count, unfortunately,
He
because
has a lot, like a
yeah.
lot. Yeah.
Why don't I have I'll just say far too many. And I'll say more than 10. I have more
Oh,
than
he
10.
has way more than 10. You have way more than 10 even, but I won't say anything more than
I
that.
well, mainly just
Yeah,
cuz
go ahead.
I don't know how to I don't want to like not that I don't want to like count them out, but like just like eyeballing it right now. I'm looking at my closet. I'm looking at counting there are currently 2 on my person, 2 behind me, and
Hmm.
I believe there are at least there's about one, two, three, five, six. Let's see. There's about 10 in that closet. So I have about 14
Hmm.
jerseys. I have around 15 jerseys, and that's not including other sports jerseys. But I don't have very many of those that aren't like just mine. That's the other thing. Oh,
Hmm.
that's not even factoring in like just say my own minor hockey jerseys that I've kept over the years. Like I have a
Yeah.
lot of those. Oh, Canada stealing the puck for the goaltender, working it behind the net.
Good job.
Either way,
Hmm.
they're killing some time.
Yeah, I've got about 4 jerseys. More likely 3. My first ever jersey, like, and was a blank of the 2007 rebrand of the Canucks. So that was when they put the Vancouver, that curved Vancouver text on top.
Oh yeah,
And then
everyone
after
always
that, I had that, like, I mostly bought blanks, like, just because they're a little cheaper, and you don't want to end up getting disappointed, like, when someone gets traded
yeah.
and sent away. So I
That's
bought
not
blanks. I did buy so I have a black skate Horvat that I bought a couple years ago, which was when they first reintroduced the black skate. And then I got a reverse retro Quinn Hughes one from last year as well. And then also the one I'm wearing right now is actually a Team Canada from the 2004 World Cup of Hockey. So this is
oh
the black
jeez.
jersey with white and red trim.
Daniel Coyne
Oh, what the heck?
running into
I just saw
Damian.
that. Yeah. Ooh, that
Not
is
okay.
dangerous.
I mean, she
Like,
lost. I
oh,
mean, clearly she lost an edge. Like it wasn't like that wasn't a
yeah, like, yeah.
malicious. That wasn't a
But yeah,
malicious
no, like,
sweep of the legs. It
either
was
one
just
of
an
them could have
accident.
gotten injured there.
Oh god,
Oh,
yeah.
by the way, Sarah Nurse has now broken the record. She got an assist on the Marie-Philippe Poulin goal in the third one. So
Yep.
she now holds the Olympic record with
Good for
18 points
her.
in a tournament.
She's worked her ass off
Sarah
for it.
Nurse, she has.
You absolutely
And it was
cannot
funny. I
have
was
that
telling,
jersey. She's my favorite player besides Luongo, Demko, and the Sedins. Good choices, all great choices. I honestly would like to know where I could get like jerseys for other international teams because they're so hard to
I
come by. I
think,
didn't finish telling the Korea story, but like,
have you checked eBay? eBay usually is pretty
oh, I'm
good.
sure on eBay I could, but it's probably like insanely expensive. So it's more about
Okay,
the
so wait, you're
I would
looking, yeah.
it's more like one of
I'm just
those.
gonna take a look here. Yeah.
It's more like one of those I
I'm
would be
just
interested in, like, say, if I happened to go there or something like that, or someone I know was going there, and it was like, hey,
mhm.
what store do they go to buy a Swiss national team jersey or something? Oh, good save, Debian.
Yeah.
Got it underneath. Get
Big
Comfer,
save.
get Comfer off of the goaltender right now.
Hmm.
Get her out.
Yeah, I was saying that. So this Team Canada jersey I'm wearing, I bought in an auction like a couple months back, and it was funny. I bought it. I was the only one that bid on it. I bid $30, and because I also bid on it because I saw that there was autographs on the crest, and I was like, I don't know who it is, but you never know. And I ended up winning it, and I still cannot, for the life of me, figure out whose autographs they are. There are about, I'd say, probably 6 autographs on here, and I've gone through a lot of, like, I've gone through about like 75% to 80% of the 2004 Team Canada World Cup of Hockey roster and looked at their autographs to see if any of them are signed there. I can't match any of them. So I don't know if it was like from a different team Canada, from like maybe it was like someone just got a jersey and then went to something and it's like, hey, you want to sign it? And then got some signatures. They have numbers though. Like I'm assuming they're like pretty good hockey players, but I'm not expecting like, oh, Carey Price signed this jersey or something. Like I'm expecting something like, oh, maybe some World
I
Junior
mean,
players from like several like years ago signed it or something.
I'll say this. Looking at it, I do see the top one kind of looks like it might be Shane Doan.
Okay, yeah, because I sent you the picture of it, and that's actually really cool. So I'm gonna take a look and see. So if you think Shane Doan signed it, like I'm gonna take a look at what
I see
international
what
teams
looks
he's been
like
on.
Shane. Like I'm just looking at it. Like it's a very. I am not
So
a
so
signature
actually,
expert in any
he
way.
was in the World Cup of Hockey in 2004. Actually, he was one of the
Yeah,
few that I haven't
and he
confirmed
would have
and looked
been
yet. So
on the
if it was
'06
Shane
team in
Doan, that
Torino, I think as well.
gives good credence to the possibility that there's other players signing it. I am going to take it to a couple other people to
Yeah.
maybe see if they have any idea.
What if you
I mean,
found
for
out?
$30 for an autographed jersey, like that's insane. It's also not a name jersey. It's just a blank jersey, which I prefer actually.
What if you
So
found out it was just like somebody's like kids who had scribbled on it? Like
they just
it
signed
was
it
an
like, well,
autograph,
no,
and it's like, no, that's
yeah,
not
those
jersey
are
number
those are
6. That's age 6. Like,
that's really good autographs for some like 12-year-olds that are just like, we're gonna sign this jersey, but like because the autographs are done like professionally, like they look like actual signatures, like, but if it's just like, yeah, this is just like some 12 to 13-year-old, I'm like, that's impressive handwriting
or
for a 12-year-old.
I was just thinking like a 6-year-old who with like a Sharpie who accidentally just started scribbling. Like it wasn't like they were trying to make an autograph; they just scribbled on it and then just happened to write like their age.
Mhm.
Um, A friend of mine
But
lives
yeah,
in
that'd be pretty cool if it
Germany,
was
right near the Swiss border. She was able to pop over the border and buy it for me. That's really cool.
okay, that
That's
makes
awesome.
sense.
I
Yeah.
know my parents travel a lot, and I believe that at some point, or at least recently, I think they had gone to they were planning to go to Austria at some point, and I really was like I told them like bring me a Thomas Vanek jersey if you can, like bring me a Thomas Vanek national team jersey because that would be great. But yeah, because yeah, national team jerseys that aren't Canada or the US are hard to come by. It's not like with like FIFA World Cup jerseys where you can kind of get them anywhere. Like you can get any country's jersey just about anywhere from whoever makes them.
Hmm.
Like it's pretty easy to get most of them, or at least like the big countries anyway. Whereas
Hmm.
which is why also the World Cup of Hockey was really nice because that was actually one of the few times that it's been relatively easy to get to pick up national team jerseys while not being in those
Yeah.
countries because they made them for everybody. Um, but yeah, that's my eventually hope to like go do some traveling, pick up some weird jerseys. Okay, I'll finish telling the Korea story. Essentially,
Yeah.
my stepdad was working with a video game studio in South Korea at the time. Because for his company was like working, they were like partnering on a game that he was working on. He works in video games development and stuff. Um, so he was traveling to South Korea a lot. And I guess his guide is like the guide that they got for him, like to bring him around the city whenever he went, because he went pretty frequently, was like one of those people that kind of like has a guy for everything. Like they know like somebody from every like everything, you know? Um and my stepdad was like, "Hey, do you have any like hockey? Do you know any like hockey stuff? Like if there's any like interesting hockey stuff around here for my kid." And um the guy was like, "Give me a minute. Give me some time. I'm sure I can figure something out." And sure enough, guy brings him this, and it's like literally a game-worn Korean national team jersey by the goaltender too.
Nice. That is awesome.
Sticking with the motif of a goalie only household. It is maybe I think it's pretty safe to say that that's the coolest jersey I own. Like
Mhm.
It's like maybe it's not one that I can wear anywhere because it's a triple XL made for like going over a chest protector. But
Yeah. Hey, we're on the power play.
that's like
Megan Keller to the box.
impossible to find. Yep. Megan Keller to the box.
Mhm.
Power play for Canada. 3:57
Holding the
remains in the game.
opponent. I wish that penalties in the NHL were called like that. It's not just holding, it's holding the opponent, tripping the opponent, because you don't want to get called for holding your own player.
Yeah. What if you get called for
Hey,
like holding a
it's
holding
a
a
good chance there.
sandwich, like
It's like, yeah, 2 minutes for holding a sandwich. It's like no sandwiches allowed on the
holding
ice.
this loss.
So wait until a team decides to deploy a dog as part of their team. And it's like there's no part in the
Oh,
rules that a
David,
dog
they
can't
scored.
skate.
Oh.
This is what I'm talking about. You give them an
Hillary Knight
inch,
is
especially on a shorthanded opportunity. Ugh. They're back in this.
If
Don't.
there's one
Yeah.
player that can single-handedly put your team back into the driver's seat a little bit, it's Hillary Knight. She can turn the tide that quickly. She's a really quick skater. She's so talented in the way that, and her like puck control and her hockey IQ is off the charts good. Just like look at the way she keeps on that puck. Like she never
She
stops
sticks it.
skating.
Yeah.
Like she's going at the same speed the whole way through, and she manages to corral that puck and put it.
It was a good backhand little chip through the legs of the defender there as well that got it on the pad of Desbiens, and then she got the rebound.
I guess I have to play the goal icon, and then I'll play the American goal horn, I guess, here.
Oh, you should have done like a dangle thing where you play the wump wump
That's
when the
literally
opponent
what I just
scores.
did.
I can't hear that. That's partially
That
because
is
I'm not on the
literally
stream.
what I just did. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
that is
I'm
the
listening only through Discord because I don't want to get double echoes here.
Yeah, that's a good call. And
Nice.
I guess I have to put it on the board now that it's a 3-1 game.
Mm-hmm.
As there it is, 3-1.
All right.
If anyone was going to score that goal, it was always going to be Hillary Knight. Yep, 100%. Like there was absolutely no one else. Oh, maybe Kendall Coyne Schofield, like maybe, but even then, she's more the facilitator when you've got Hillary Knight.
That was a good shot
to take
there.
A shot. That was a bit of a. That was questionable. I don't like the refs just putting the whistles away this much. I say as Canada is currently on a power play.
Don't want to. That no one wants to make bad calls, or not even. They don't want to make bad calls. They don't want to make calls in this game, unless it's like the most obvious thing ever. Because game management is definitely a thing. People can deny it all they want, but a ref does not want to call 5 straight penalties on one team, even if they're all obvious, and the team that has no penalties has been playing a clean game.
Yep. It does not reward. It rewards.
A lot of people deny that, and I just think that's very counterproductive. It's like, no, it's a thing. It is absolutely a thing. And as someone that's like, I haven't reffed hockey, but I've done like reffing and umpiring in baseball at a younger age, and I can easily say that when you're put in that actual position of being a ref/umpire, your perspective on a game changes and how you preside over it. Like you want to make it a fair game for everyone, but when infractions happen, you do not want to try to line up all the infractions on one side, even if it's very clear that that's what's happening. If that's the most objective way of viewing it, that you might let things slide because you're like, oh, don't want to give them another penalty.
Yeah.
In baseball, there's not really a big obvious example of that. I mean, you can call outs and safes, strikes and then safes and outs at bases. Oh, that's pretty funny. Sorry. Oh, here's something that's a little off topic as we near the end of the second. So I was in a chat today with my fellow Botchford Project recipients, and we were talking. Yeah, so that's in a couple days, but we got off topic. I think somehow we were on the topic of Boston pizza And then someone was like, does anyone remember the mascot? And we're like, me and one of my other recipients were like, there's a mascot for Boston Pizza.
That does sound
And we
vaguely
discovered
familiar.
there is. I'll send you the picture of it, Lachlan, in the Discord,
That's
and maybe you can put it up on the
that
stream
sounds
here.
that sounds vaguely
Let's see.
familiar.
Well, because I never knew there was actually one. I thought I'm gonna throw this. I'll put it in the meme folder, so it's not in the main channel. But there's the mascot if you want to throw that image up. It's this blue-looking monster with a chef's hat and a Boston Pizza like apron, kind of. That's like checkered red and white, and his name is Lionel, which I think is very
I
adorable.
do know that. Like that does look.
See,
I knew. No, I totally. That totally looks like something I recognize.
that I did not recognize that at all. Like they must have like, or at least my memory must be really bad because I went to Boston Pizza quite a bit as a kid,
There he is,
but I did never
Lionel the
remember
Boston Pizza
the
guy.
mascot. And here we go. We got the last couple seconds, and we're now in the second intermission. Canada leading 3-1 against the USA in the women's gold medal match at the 2022 Winter Olympics. But yeah, so we were on the topic of this, and we were all of a sudden it was just like we're talking about different mascots. So we get onto Grimace, and then we discovered that Madeline did not know who the Noid is. I mean, if you don't know who the Noid is, like, come on, you know the
Oh,
Noid, right?
of course I know the Noid.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm
Okay.
also I would argue. But to be fair, I think most people don't know who most people at least our age don't know who the Noid is, and
Sure. I
that's
mean, like,
kind of
I'm the type
before
of
us,
person that
really.
like looks at that and it's like nostalgia. So it's just kind of like so yeah. And it was just really funny because essentially then Adam, or the recipient, posted on Twitter, pick your fighter, and then posted the three pictures of the Noid, Grimace, and Lionel. And I just found that very, and like just the conversation that we had when she's like, "Who is this?" and we're like, "It's the Noid," and she's like, "Noid," like she didn't get it. So that was pretty. Here, I'll
Oh,
actually
we have a queen.
send this as well. This is, you don't show this on the stream. This is just a little snippet of the
All right.
conversation because it was really funny.
Here's a we got a question from our people at the
Ooh,
AFL. Here's something that I've been curious
yes.
about for NHL fans. Is there a culture of collecting play issued and match worn jerseys over here in the AFL? Collecting player issued / match worn Guernseys, Jerseys. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Is a huge thing. So I'm gonna say
I'm gonna
no.
look into
There
that.
isn't really. Like I would say, generally speaking, no. In hockey, no, because hockey jerseys are much more expensive than a lot of other
Hmm.
jerseys are. Um,
Yeah.
and it is very hard um to get a hold of game like it's not hard to get a hold of game worn jerseys. They're just usually really, really expensive. And
Yeah, they
for
auction them off and they get really high up in price
yeah,
usually.
and there's also unlike with, I believe, specific, I'm going to use soccer as an example here because it's the best comparable I can give. In soccer, I know a lot of the jerseys usually they have like a marking on them or something that says what game they're from and like the date on it, sort of thing. They'll do stuff like that for important games. Hockey, they don't really do that. Like we have patches for like the Stanley Cup final and that kind of thing, but like
Hmm.
other than that, there's nothing really that can tell you where this jersey's from, other than, oh, it has a fight strap on it. It's a little nicer than the jerseys you'll get at the team store. Um, and sometimes it'll have an autograph on it, right? And that also kind of
Hmm.
factors in. So for like a lot of people, at least in my opinion, a lot of people like they like to buy jerseys. If they play hockey, they don't really want to wear a jersey that's autographed. So they will tend to buy like uniforms or jerseys that they don't feel worried about like using in like their beer league or their rec league kind of thing.
Hmm.
Yeah, and mostly it's the price barrier. I'd say most often than not, the
Yeah.
price barrier between a game worn jersey
Like if
and
we're
a non game
talking,
worn
like,
jersey
I'm
is
not sure if
too high for most people. That's
AFL
just my opinion.
I'm not sure if AFL knows this, but like, so a hockey jersey, it really kind of depends on the market because some places are more like different. I'd say jerseys are cheaper in the USA, but in Canada, hockey jerseys from a team official can probably go from like 280 to 350. And then if we're talking like game worn, we're talking at least 700 upwards. It depends though on like the player, obviously.
I wouldn't say that's the
And then
lowest
like
number. I think it's it can be cheaper
lower
than
than that.
that. Yeah. And
Well, like I
also
said, I
American
mean,
jerseys aren't
yeah,
really like it's not really any the price isn't any different in the States. It just looks different cuz it's US dollars to Canadian dollars.
sure, but
It's
like it'd be interesting because at least in the States, there's way more teams, so they kind of have to lower jersey prices at least in some ways.
not
Though the
really.
NHL probably controls that, I don't know. Maybe they
Yeah,
do.
no, they're all the same price. Like
Okay.
there's no difference cuz
Hmm.
cuz yeah, there's like all the teams are spread out, right? Are pretty spread out, right? So
Yeah.
it's not like anybody's fighting for a market share or anything, right? So, in fact, it's like
Yeah.
I would say it's a lot harder to pick up other teams' jerseys in the States because of how
Hmm.
segmented it is. Like in Canada, it's
Yeah.
pretty easy to get every Canadian team's jersey is pretty accessible to you. Whereas if you
Hmm.
don't whereas in the States, because of how many other sports leagues there are and how much more popular those other leagues generally are, usually
Hmm.
the only teams you can get is the one that's close. The only jersey you can get at like your local store is the one that's closest to you. Like is the team that's
Hmm.
closest to you.
Yeah.
Or like a Sidney Crosby jersey will pop up every now and then. But like yeah, it's about the same price everywhere. The NHL is cuz the NHL has full regulation over all that stuff, so like it doesn't
Yeah.
change too much.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Overall though, I wouldn't I personally I'm not a game used jersey person myself, like honestly.
Same.
Just cuz
Yeah.
again, cuz like I wouldn't want to wear that to anywhere. Like I wouldn't want to I would
It
feel
would
I
be
would
a framed thing. You would keep it framed up in like a place in your house or something. Like
yeah,
most people
it would
like that's the situation they put it in. They don't take it and wear it.
yeah, cuz that's the
So
thing. I would be so worried about like making like getting like food or like sweating on it, like that sort of
totally.
thing. I could never do that.
Hmm.
All right, second period. So 3-1, Canada leads. I have.
Hmm.
I can pull. I should pull out the popcorn at this point. This is ASMR now. There we go. I haven't. I'm gonna
I,
get some.
it was funny. You said that you didn't think we'd reach a low point when you were taking off when you were putting the jersey on. You're like, I never thought I'd have to do this, and I was like, well, I was like, this is not a hot tub stream. This is not an ASMR. We don't stoop that low, but I guess we do apparently.
ASMR is. Oh, okay. Well, there is a weird segment of ASMR streamers on Twitch. Like, not to yuck anyone's yum. Like everyone to each their own. But there's
Hmm.
definitely an interesting, a very odd segment of ASMR. But there's a lot of ASMR channels that are actually very interesting, and they're like, but like in a like, they're actually like they're kind of cool. Um, if you go to the right ones, like
Yeah.
there's specifically like there's one on YouTube, like because
Hmm.
there's one on YouTube that what she I forget what her name is, but she's really good at it. Where it's like, um, like there's always like with like a lot of ASMR channels, there's like a hyper like we'll say like there's like a rated R aspect to a lot of like ASMR channels. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah,
No
that
crap.
that always seeps in, but like that's the thing, right? Like that doesn't really have to be part of it, and at all. And there's one. NorCal Canuck is now following. Thank you so much. I
Woo!
think I
Let's
know who that
go.
is. I think I know who that is. But like there's one girl on YouTube who does a really good job of not turning it into like a rated R thing. It's just a very normal thing. Like it'll just be completely like random stuff.
Yeah. Well, like I think it
I
started
think
out like that, and then it devolves into that. But like even if it wasn't like that, doesn't really like I some people use it to like help with anxiety. or other
Yes.
things like
I
that.
I
I
use it
find
for
rain noise is way
concentration
better for
sometimes.
myself.
I use
Like
it for specifically
like
for concentrating when I'm writing sometimes. Like
oh
sometimes if I
really? Okay,
really need it.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like it actually
for me,
really
I
keeps me
yeah.
on task.
Mhm. So for me, like I use like rain noise, and there's like a great noise generator website that you donate to, and you get access to over like 200 sound generators. Super good. And I love to like throw on rain noise. You can do exam, like you can do it like you're in an exam hall. So it takes me back to like high school, and oh, I'm like, oh, I'm in the zone. Like I'm writing now very well. There's stuff like you're in a coffee shop. You can do stuff like it's a calm office. Like I'm just looking at some of them. They're really cool, and I end up using those. But like ASMR itself is just like, yeah, even if it's very plain, I can't take it seriously. I think that's just the how it's kind of just perceived by a lot of people. So.
Yeah, in Australia, NHL jerseys are between the $250 to $350 range depending.
Mhm.
AFL jerseys are only about 120, but match worn unsigned depending on the player you get could be up to $1,500. Wow. Like that's
Mhm.
like yeah, that like that's really that yeah, that's really interesting that like the like the difference in like the what people put value into the uniforms in different spots, right?
Well,
In different
they're
leagues.
very diehard for their footy. Like seriously.
Oh,
Like I've
no, no,
never
no. Oh,
met
yeah, it's not
anyone.
about that. It's not. Oh, yeah, I don't doubt that at all. It's more just about
Mhm.
like every like I would say like every like not country, I think is the wrong way of putting it. Like every community for a sport, like they each have their own kind of like
Mhm.
ways of like they each have their own traditions and how they and what they like about uniforms and stuff and what they like about jerseys.
Yeah.
And like like how in soccer it's a lot more like they change literally those uniforms year to year, right? Like they change the uniform all the time.
Yeah.
And like people bring the scarves to go with it and everything. Like that's its whole own thing. Um
Mhm.
yeah, like that interesting. I'll have to see some of the AFL jerseys. Are they like are they cool looking jerseys, or are they like similar to like soccer jerseys in the sense of like lots of
I'm taking a look
like
right
ads on
now
the front
here.
and like ads on the front and stuff. I imagine they're kind of more like
Uh,
that.
I would say, okay, yeah. So
Or like
I would imagine,
reupload.
like, I'll tell you, imagine like, you know how the NBA has like city jerseys kind of that have like some really out
Yes.
there designs?
Yes.
To imagine that, and imagine also the patch for the advertiser like twice as big. You probably have an idea of what an AFL jersey looks like.
Okay,
Like,
that's
so
pretty
they're
good actually.
very, yeah, so they're not like, they don't do like text. They usually just do like designs or patterns or even like a mascot, like a lion or a falcon, and then they'll that's it. Like here, I'll send you a thing for it. Go and you can maybe just look at that. Where are you? There you are. This is what I found. And I don't know if like maybe the AFL is something similar where they just do like alternate jerseys, but I think those are like regular jerseys. So
Entire s-
here, I'm actually gonna
Marie Philippe Plan
I'm gonna
apparently
see if
would
I can
create
find
an
like
entire
I
segment
want to see
based on her.
AFL jerseys ranked. I want to see like what people think that the best home set is. Yeah, Guernseys. Okay, so the number one spot in this ranking, oh, it's one of those websites where you have to keep clicking next to get to the end. This is absolutely terrible. I've got to fix that. Let's see if this fixes it. Yes. Okay, so the number one jersey set belongs to Carlton. This gives me a I would say a Brooklyn Nets vibe. It's like all black with white emblem. I don't know what Carlton is. I can't tell if it's just a weird like C with an F inside, I think. Here, I'll send that to you so you know what I'm seeing. There you go. I wouldn't call that the best jersey though. Simple but effective, I guess. So,
Maybe I'll have to do that in another stream where we do just AFL tier lists.
yeah,
Best
diving
tier list of
just
teams.
diving into AFL. Yes. It was funny. One thing that I will say is that like because watch the NFL sometimes, and I find streams that like you watch it and you're like, oh yeah, this is your stream, and then all of a sudden you'll start realizing it's like, oh, it's actually an Australian feed, so you'll get Australian commercials. What's the There's like a meat pie down there that's like super big. I don't know. Let me see what it is again. It's is it a 1 ton or what is it called? Australian pie. I don't remember what it's called. I know Ben Simmons was in the commercial for this thing. It was like a crowd of like AFL supporters like doing a Australian commercial. Maybe it's this.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, it's a 4 and 20. That's what it's called. 4 and 20. 4 and 20 pies. Yeah.
We have some very traditional looking ones. Some of the Victorian teams haven't changed their designs in over 100 years or have done very minimal changes. The logo on the Carlton Guernsey is CFC for Carlton Football Club. Balfour's or 4 and 20. Interesting. Okay. Balfour's or 4 and 20. I don't know. Those are two teams, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure.
Period. Here we go. Now I got to.
Here we go.
This is it. This is the 20 minutes to decide it all.
20 minutes away from glory.
As I update our stream in turn. And as I quickly update everything here in the third period and that should do it right there. NorCal Canuck, let's go. Yeah, that's right. Let's go. Third period. 3-1.
Canada.
So try and find my stream again. There it is. All right. Natalie Spooner.
I'll be curious to see what I will be curious to see what the viewership is for this. Like, at least since we are on the West Coast, we get the opportunity to watch this at 8 p.m. In Toronto, it is now 1:51 a.m. Or no, sorry, it's 12:51 a.m. Excuse me, I did an extra hour.
Yeah,
it's 12:51 a.m.
Forward pressure all day, exactly.
So, yeah.
Balfour's and 420 are the two biggest meat pie brands. Interesting.
Huh. Yeah, no, it's 420 was supporter of I think AFL or the NFL that's coverage. That's why they were playing a bunch of ads for it. But yeah, they had Ben Simmons in the commercial, which I thought was pretty funny.
Look, all Canada has to do here, guys, in this third period, is they have to, like, besides obviously like keeping the Americans' opportunities at a minimum, it's literally just stay disciplined for this period.
Yeah.
Don't take any unnecessary penalties. You do not want to give them the ice at 5-on-4, and you don't want to tire out your players by wasting them with PK time. So you just gotta stay out of the box by any means necessary.
Exactly. Yeah.
I will say I'm not too stressed. I'm not stressing too hard about where we're at right now.
You'll say that now, but as soon as they score with like 10 minutes left, you'll change your tune very quickly. So let's not say anything.
I mean, you're already don't put bad vibes out. How dare you?
I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to put bad vibes out. I'm just
the Americans are very
No. I say no. It's like I am prepared for all terrible things to happen. You have to remember, like, I watched the 2014 to 2021 Vancouver Canucks religiously,
as did
and was put through that.
As did
And
I.
I
And look how I've
became,
turned
yeah, I
out.
know.
A
And I don't know how
disaster.
you turned out that
Cheers.
way. Like I just from watching that, I knew it's Murphy's Law. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. And then people will
Yeah, but the
gaslight you and
Canadian
say,
the
"Hey, this team
Canadian
is good enough to make the playoffs." Apparently,
Yeah, but the Canadian national women's team does not. That is, they are not the
yeah,
Vancouver
no, no,
Canucks. They're a
yeah,
very, very
yes,
different franchise.
yes, yes, yes. I've had heartbreak outside of the Canucks. I was joking with Devin Harrow, who is the CBC Olympic reporter who covers a lot of stuff. He's on Twitter. He was like, how are you feeling with this lead? Do you trust it?" And I retweet it saying never and refer to the 2011 World Junior Final. And he liked that tweet. So he knows exactly what I'm talking about. And for those who don't know, Canada went up 3-0 against Russia, proceed to lose 5-3.
But again, totally different team.
Different team. Totally different team. You're right. You're
Totally
right. I should be
different.
more optimistic.
Yeah, like that team had Tyler Myers on it, which this team does not have Tyler Myers on it. This team
Did that team actually
has
have
Renata
Tyler Myers
Frost.
on it? Like,
Yeah.
wow.
Oh,
I
yeah.
gotta
You
check
didn't know
that.
that? Yeah, that was the. I'm pretty sure it did
No,
anyway.
did it?
Pretty.
2011? I don't think so. I think
I
2010,
think
yes.
so.
I'm looking at it. I don't see Myers on this list here. I see. Okay, I'll list off. So the D man consists of Ryan Ellis, Erica Branson, Calvin DeHaan,
Whoa, off the post.
Tyson Berry. Oh, that was close. I have it in a
Jeez, that got lucky.
picture, so I can still see it at least. Yeah.
Uh-oh, 2-on-1. Chance Debian the save.
Uh,
Oh, I don't. Uh-oh. Great save by
crap.
Debian. Now I'm a little worried, but
Yeah.
I'm okay. Here's why I'm worried. I'm not worried that
Eh,
I think Canada's making a couple mistakes. That's bad. But also I'm
Yeah.
not loving the way, specifically the way Debian reads the in close shot. She's biting like particularly the
Ooh,
shots
that was
coming in off
close.
the
That post
corners.
shot. Ugh.
She's
Eh,
biting a little bit early, and both times
Yeah.
she's gotten caught flat-footed on her pads when she's already in the butterfly stance. That
Mhm.
were And then she falls back onto her butt. When it's like
Mhm.
that's one of those things where like you're scrambling, like you're out of the play, so you have to hope that puck's underneath you, right?
Yeah.
And like there have been a couple plays like that for her now where she's kind of like fallen back, and she's kind of had to like reach out. There's a shot, and that's a save by
Ooh.
Debian. Great, that's a good stop. Again, she's sitting
This.
down. She's sitting in her stance a little bit.
Mhm.
As I get
This is the
more into
great. This is the
dissecting
hard
the
hitting
goaltending.
analysis you get when you're talking with a famous goaltender, Lachlan Irvin.
Exactly. Exactly. She's sitting a little bit back in her stance, and it's
Mhm.
putting her, I think, a little bit off balance, particularly when it comes to those rebounds. Like you can see her kind of lifting back up, the pad lifting a little bit up off the ice, and
Mhm.
I want to see her like come out a little bit more aggressively, like from like with her chest a little bit. We just
Yeah.
need
So
to
to
stay aggressive.
clarify, he
Don't stay
played
let
for the
back like V
U20
Canucks.
team. He played for U20 in 2009, so 2 years before 2011. So
Fair
he
enough.
won gold
I think
in
I'm
with
thinking of
Eberly
Cody
and such.
Hodgson.
Yeah.
I think I'm getting it confused with Cody
Hodgson.
Hodgson
Yeah.
and also the fact that the
Zach
Timberwolves are this low.
Cassian.
Oh, there we go.
That he was, yeah, Zach
There's some
Cassian. I'm
disappointing
looking to see
Canucks
if
in there.
there's other Canucks. I'm looking to see if there's
Um,
other. Well, Erica
I think
Branson, as
she
I
is
mentioned, was
squaring
on
up
that team
well.
too.
Yes,
Jeez.
she is
Hmm.
squaring up well. Like she's centering up to the shots well. It's not the first shot that I'm worried about with Debian at all. It's the second. It's the rebounds, which she's doing a good job of not. She's not letting up too many rebounds, but it's that if the shot say doesn't go like isn't clean, doesn't hit her clean, like or it like takes a deflection off the skate in front, that's when I get a little bit worried that she's not going to be able to make the recovery that she needs to and react to that
Hmm.
as quickly as she could.
Yeah.
14 and a half minutes left in the third. The Canadians don't the important part for me right now is the Canadians don't look like they've used up the whole tank and the reserves, which is
No,
where
they're not just sitting back, but
which is where they got caught again in Pyeongchang, was by just not having the horses to keep up with the States at the time. And again, bit of an older roster. As the States come back, there's a chance for the States. Debian is making the saves when she has to. That's what you want. But now, okay, geez, they're giving up a few too many odd man rushes now. And they're going to start double shifting Hillary Knight. Okay, deep breaths, everyone. Commercial break. The defense needs to get the rebounds for sure. Yeah, they're not clearing the front of the net out as fast as they should be. They're now, and the odd man rushes, that's going to cost them at some point, especially when the Americans start double shifting their best players.
Yeah, I went to a shootout that game in Pyeongchang.
Yeah, they were lucky and I remember like Canada was lucky to get to a shootout in that game. Like I like there were like at that point like it was really one of those like God, Canada has to hope for the shootout because they're not going to get a good shot here because the Americans were just
You know what's crazy?
running
I'm looking at the
over
scoring I'm looking at the scoring of that tournament in 2018. Guess who had the most points? Or is that must be in the round robin? Because I'm looking at this and there's no way. They only played 6 games. So that must have only counted the round robin, I assume. Because,
Well, that
they
counts
probably played
gold, too.
4 and
Like,
then
that counts
But it wasn't
that counts as the elimination games too. You only play about 4
I
round robin games.
I guess so, but like there's 2 Swiss players that led the whole tournament in points. Then Daoust comes third, and then Poulain had 6 points that year. So it's interesting that there's 2 Swiss players. They must have had like a game where they dominated like 5-0 or something.
Yeah, that might have been in the group that played the South Korean North Korean hybrid team.
I don't think so actually. Like I'm looking here. Oh yeah, you're right. They won 8-0 against Korea. That makes way more sense now.
Yeah,
I was confused. I was like, I didn't see it, and it was the first game of the tournament they played, so that makes more sense.
Remember, kids, the Olympics are not political, though.
Of course. Tell that to the ROC.
They're a completely neutral, politics-free thing.
I'm trying to remember when the ROC won gold in 2018, they had to raise the Olympic flag and play the Olympic anthem. But I'm trying to remember, did the Russian men just like chant the anthem out anyways over it or something? It probably didn't happen. That just is in my mind for some reason.
I don't know. I did not
like you
pay
can't
a
stop
single
them,
lick of attention
but
to that men's tournament. I paid more attention to this one this year, but even then it's minimal.
Yeah.
And it'll be minimal going forward because Canada is not in the final, is not in the quarter, in the semifinals.
I'm really pushing for Slovakia.
Yeah,
I've always liked them.
I would love
go
to
Slovakia.
See any country that's
home of Pavel Dimitra. Come on.
Any country that could use a little hockey lift, I'm down for. Like,
yeah,
that's why I cheered hard
me
for
and
Germany
you both
to win.
enjoyed that video of the kids at the practice watching that shootout. Come on. Both of us retweeted it because that video was just so inspiring. Adorable. At least seeing those kids just like react the way they did, like it's huge for their country. So
all right,
though it was funny, like having them all throw their gloves up in the air. Having to sort that out later. All right, 12-10 remaining.
Americans are picking up a little bit of steam. It looks like they're just kind of like, I don't want to say they were coasting because that's not the right way of looking at it. It was more like they've been waiting to turn in the second gear and it's finally kicking in.
It's time to officially roast the internet or the Olympic Broadcasting Service for not having a shot counter on their score bug. Ooh, that was close to too many.
Now they're the Olympics.
Skaters.
They don't care. Oh, yeah,
I know they've had standardized score bugs and everything
20.
for such a long time.
So USA has 30 shots.
They put it up in the quarter every 30 shots. Okay, I was just curious. 30-20. There we go.
Oh, okay, yeah. Now the nerves have totally set in. Now I'm totally in that.
Yeah, I told you you're on 10 minutes, and they haven't even actually scored yet. But now it's like the nerves start to pick up real big here.
Oh, Canadian lost her stick. Oh, and another Canadian player steps over it. Here come the Americans. Lose it at the blue line. Canadians started back over. Here they come back with a... They don't have numbers. They're outnumbered a little bit here. There's a loose stick in the middle of the hash marks.
Watch someone lose their stick in like the last minute, and then it deflects off the stick and goes in on an empty net or something. Like the opposite of when what was in 2014? It went off someone's stick and then it just went deflected wide.
The ref got in.
Went off the ref. The linesman or the ref. Yeah, and that was the issue. I remember there was a whole controversy about that.
Ref literally had her job saved by a post.
That the team had their job saved.
Oh, the US feed has shot
because because I don't even know. Well, you could argue either way, because I'm pretty sure if that linesman or ref wasn't in the way, they would have scored for sure. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I was like I remember watching that live and just saying like to myself that would have gone in if it had not deflected off the official.
Because the Canadian player would have been able to skate, because it was the Canadian player got like basically body checked by the referee. So they couldn't chase the puck down.
Canada hockey. I'm gonna take a look and see if I can find that one play.
Make the pinch they needed
Let's see.
Three American players. One gets around, but and that's gonna be a Canadian penalty. That's exactly what you wanted to avoid.
Wonderful. That's not good.
Poulin is so like the ability, the way she's on the puck. The way she stick checks is incredible. PK huge penalty PK for the win. That's exactly where this is going. The play of the games by Canadian Tire.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure I found the deflection from is this it? Oh yeah, no, I found it. Okay. You're right. Okay, so what happened was the player was interfered with by the official. The official bumped into the player, and then that went off, and then it hit the post. For some reason, I had it in my mind that the puck went off the skate of the official, and almost went in. It's 7. I mean, it's been 8. It's been 8 years. It's a while. So.
All right. So Jocelyn Rook, it's a. That looked. I think. Well. Here's the thing. I think Carmen sold it a little bit, but didn't want to see a penalty. The American player definitely sold it, but Jocelyn Larocque put herself in a position to get that called. That you can't. Like that's one of those things where it's like you have to. The American got by her, and she had to kind of put the lumber in a little bit, and it didn't go her way.
Yeah.
Clean, crisp PK, please. That's a good start. Oh yeah, they're mentioning that Brianna Decker is not here. And that is obviously she got injured. No, she got injured in the first game of the tournament. And hasn't.
Okay.
I think she broke. I forget if she just fully broke.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. But that is clearly a bummer that is clearly a huge loss for their power play. But at the same time, the Americans have enough gunslingers that they can deal most of the time.
Yeah.
But the Canadian defense is bending but not breaking. Keep it easy. Sure. I didn't love that clearing attempt with the under pressure. I would have liked to have seen them maybe pass it back behind the net and try from there, but it works out at the end of the day. 10 seconds left on the power play. Uh-oh. That was a bit of a pick on Poulin. Out in front. Yep, cover it, goalie. There we go. With 1 second left. Okay, so here's what you do. With 1 second left, it's a bit of a risky play. Ford wins the face-off. Justin Larocque steps out of the box. You flip it to center ice. If you're the defenseman, win it back to the defenseman. Defenseman flips it over the blue line to Larocque for a breakaway. She's fresh. She has 2 minutes in the box. Go for it. They don't win it, so that doesn't matter. Uh-oh. Takes a weird bounce. Back. There it goes. Okay. Everyone deep breath. 7-10. 7-10 left in the third period. 3-1 Canada. Marie-Philippe Poulin is 70 plus in the face-off dot. That's incredible. Canada penalty kill has been fired this tournament. It's had to be. They have taken so many penalties. They've gotten a lot of practice with it. Now, that doesn't work for everybody. The Canucks are a great example of that not working. But, yeah, Canada's PK has been just a buzzsaw. They don't even let you get the look. Ooh. All right, 6 minutes left. Canadians doing a good job forcing them to really try something, to try the long bomb pass just to break out of their own zone. But this uh-oh. It's all about but it's also about, like, they can't use too much energy. That's the other thing, right? Like, don't the best advice I can give with about 5.5 minutes left in the third period is don't be a hero. Play smart. Keep your energy low like that. Don't do that. What she just did, where she tried to kind of make the quick. Sarah Nurse tried to make a bit of a quick pinch on the player forechecking. I think you just got to play a little bit more calm and not try to make the quick, oh, I'm going to steal the puck immediately and go get the breakaway, right? Like, it's a little bit about that, just calmness to keep to focus on just on a strong defense at this point. How's everybody doing in the chat? How are we doing with 5 minutes?
How are you feeling?
Don't sit back. Keep
going
forward playing game. Exactly. Yes. 100% do that. But, yeah, don't make any, like, excited plays of, oh, I'm going to go score the gold medal insurance goal. That's the big thing, right? There's a difference between making the smart play into the zone versus trying too hard to be the person who scores the big goal, the gold medal goal, if you know what I'm saying. Whew. It is.
Feeling a little hot in here?
Yes. Tweet from Pucks on Net CA, friend of the show. Marie-Philippe Poulin 72% in the face-off circle, and Benning gave Beagle 3x4, shaking my head.
Yep.
Marie-Philippe Poulin would be an upgrade on most of the NHL's centers. Oh, what was that? That was not a good clear. But here we go. Careful. Good clear. Oh, offside. That's fine. I think any sort of whistle, obviously time is against you at any point. Like, you wanna kill as much clock as you can. But
yeah,
like, any breathers you can get here and there is good. With the exception of some players from other countries, it is always shocking just how far ahead the rest of the world, Canada, and the US are. That is, like, I think, here's the thing. other countries are getting closer. Like they're 100% getting closer. You can see it like in the Czech Republic US game. Like, yeah, there were still lots of points where they were getting outshot, but the goaltending was holding real strong throughout that game. And the Americans had to really scratch and claw just to win that quarterfinal. Like it looked for a second like the Slovaks might or the Czechs might pull a rabbit out of the hat. I think other countries are going to get there quicker than people think, and Cavallini covers it. Another lost stick, just hanging out in the American zone. Yeah, 20 years ago, this is what they said about Canada and Russia on the men's side, and now it is a really good competition. Yeah, exactly. Like, and also, and like, we've already talked about the whole, that terrible Toronto Star article. Competition builds other competitors. Yes. Exactly. That terrible article about how women's hockey apparently doesn't belong in the Olympics because Canada is too good, which ignores the fact that the other teams, when they're playing each other, which they might not get to do at a normal time, you know? Like, those games have intensity and are close at every level, and those matter. Like China won a couple games in the women's tournament this year. Denmark won a few games. I think they won their group, if I remember correctly. Like, some countries that you just never would have expected to even see in a hockey tournament, in a women's hockey tournament later at the Olympics recently, now are winning playoff berths.
So, when do they pull a goalie here? We got 3.5 to go, just over under 3.5 now. I would
say they're going to pull...
Down by 2. Right here?
They're going to pull... I think they're going to wait till 2:45. That's a very specific guess.
Like if I'm... Okay. Like, if I'm down by 2 and I'm coaching, like, I'm not... I don't... Okay, yeah, okay. Because I was like, I don't think 3 minutes with down by 2 is that big of, like, a Patrick Waugh, like, a big, like... shocking move. Like, you gotta pull them eventually. You gotta get extra tacker, extra extra person out there.
I think you just said, yeah. I love how you can hear the Canadian bench like going nuts, even at like just a blocked shot up into the netting. Or maybe that's like the taxi squad girls who are sitting in the stands. Either way, like, that's good. That's good energy. Oh, it just doesn't make it over the blue line. Oh, God.
So close.
It was in front. JBN makes the save. They need a quick out. They need a pinch. There it is. Oh, that's their opportunity.
Come on.
There they go.
Come on.
Just put it into the zone. That's the play. That's the play.
Okay.
Forget the empty net.
I'm a little behind here, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm a little behind here, but that's okay.
I'm at 2:25 left. Oh, it's still
I'm exactly 10 seconds behind you, but that's okay. I'm fine with that.
A pass down. Oh, God. Oh, and thank God for the Canadians. American defenseman throws it over the line.
Oh, wow.
And they have to regroup.
Goodness.
Should I just do play-by-play for the rest of the...
Yeah, you can. I don't mind it. Like, it gives me preparation of what to watch here, but like it's very scary here.
Sure, let's go. Chipping it into the American zone. Canadian under holding pressure. Careful not to take a penalty there. American's gonna coming in for another rush with 1:30. Gets a bit of... That's a bit
1:30 remaining to go in the third period. USA down by 2.
Now they are gonna call that.
Oh, whoa! They call that? Are they calling that?
Nope.
Oh,
I mean,
oh.
yeah, they kind of. Oh, it's Poulan.
Yeah, but
I mean,
like, come
yeah.
on! Like, that's the worst time to be doing that.
It's a trip though.
Mm.
It's a clear trip.
I thought
Like
it was
you
more
have.
interference than I didn't thought it was interference, less tripping, but
Either
whatever.
way,
Penalties,
it's
penalty. Like
either way,
here,
it's a
like
pretty.
let's
It's a
see, sweeps
blatant
the foot. Oh
penalty.
yeah, sweeps the foot. You could actually have thought it was a knee even too.
Yeah. Either way, it's a blatant penalty.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel like.
that's a penalty.
I feel like honestly, you
I
have
don't
to call that. I don't. I don't
like as
care
a
what point
captain,
in the game
like
it is. You have to
as the
call it.
captain, you can't do that. Like yeah, it's not actually on the refs here. I just thought like Poulan,
Yeah,
she's
that
got
was
two in this game. That's just bad timing on her part, but like
like it was
still.
clearly an accidental play. Like she wasn't trying to go for the trip there. Like she was trying
Oh
to
yeah.
like American stepped out of the way at just the right moment to kind of like
Mhm.
to for the clip rather than to get clipped rather than like the puck picked off her stick.
Yeah.
Ooh,
They're
deep
gonna go
breaths,
6-on-4
everybody.
now.
Deep
Here we
breaths.
go. Here we go, boys and
Let's
girls.
go with the
Uh,
play the organ. Wrapped around. And it's gonna go all the way out. They're gonna have to regroup.
oh, come on.
Americans trying
Yep.
to get a quick dump in. Working along the boards. 3 Americans in the left-hand corner. Work it up to the blue line. I believe that's Keller with the puck. Fake shot across. Deflects off. 50 seconds left. Can they just have to hold on. Hold on with all your might. Debian the save. Rebound. Oh, it bobs into
Oh,
it's gonna bob out. Oh,
oh,
Goldie's lost. Depends lost her stick. She can't get it. Save it.
ah,
Cover it
ah,
up.
crap,
Cover it
crap,
up.
save it. Ah,
Great work by the defense. By the defense there.
there
Oh,
we
the
go.
great PK
Yes, come
work.
on.
22 seconds to go. Debian still
Come
doesn't
on.
have a stick. She might not need
Oh,
it.
another save.
She's been that good. Debian again, and the Americans score.
Oh, God, crap.
With 12 and a half
We got
seconds
how many
to go.
seconds? With 12 and a half to go. I'm about to see this goal here now. Yep. And there we go. All right, well, it's going to look closer.
And that's a goal, and it's
Then
3-2 with 12
final
seconds
score.
to go.
It's 12 seconds to go.
It is going to be another close finish. Honestly, though, the PK did a great job on that play.
Oh, that was a tough one. She almost had it. It bobbled on her chest there on the crest, and then they just put the rebound 5-hole. From Kessel, assist by Roke and Carpenter. So they've already called a timeout, I assume. They're just going to have to go off the face-off and just hope to get it in right away and get a chance.
And they're... Okay. Jeez.
Let's go. All right.
Yep, on the bench. All right. Oh, if they're going to play...
So, yeah, I'm confused why they're taking so long here.
I
don't have commentary on mind you, though, so...
I'm not sure what they're...
Maybe they're checking the time to be ensure that they have the right amount on there.
It looks like a challenge of some kind.
Really?
Maybe
Okay, then.
Something like that. Nope, they're gonna...
No, I don't think it's a challenge. Yeah, here we go. That must have been just maybe confirming how much time they have.
15 seconds left.
Gonna...
It's gonna go... Oh, it just
yeah, so
barely misses the corner.
Oh, goodness. Oh, no.
6 seconds to go. There's
6,
not gonna...
5,
I don't know...
4, 3,
Good, we're in the quarter.
2.
There's not enough time. It's not enough time. Canada
Woo!
wins. Gold
Let's
medal.
go.
Canada wins.
Let's
Oh,
go.
thank
I'm
God
super
they
excited
won.
here. That was close. They had to let that goal there, but thank goodness. Let's
Woo!
go.
Let's
Greatest women's
go.
team of all time. Most high-powered offensive team we've ever have had. Incredible goaltending from Baby
Oh,
Ann.
baby, Canada wins.
Revenge for
Thank God.
2018.
Oh, it's been a long time coming.
It's been
First
8
gold
years.
medal. Talking about whether
8
goalie interference,
years.
yeah, that's what it was. It does not matter at the end because Canada wins.
Woo!
I didn't
Stunning
plant any
images.
confetti.
Man. You didn't plant any confetti? That's okay. We don't need confetti.
I did plan to put
So
the
we're gonna talk about how Justin Bieber sealed the victory with his tweet, right? Everyone's talking about it now. The Bieber blessing from Clarissa at Quinn's Edge Work. He tweeted that last night at 7:05. Essentially, that, and everyone's like, "Oh, Bieber's guaranteeing it."
and you know, oh man, and you know, Anne-Marie Philippe Poulin once again, game-winning goal, gold medal-winning goal.
That's what I was thinking. As soon as she scored that second one, I didn't say it out loud, but in my head, I'm like, I was like, I'm
Look at
probably certain
the
this like
crowd of
second goal of the game,
Canadians
it's gonna be the game
celebrating.
winner.
Congrats,
Oh
guys, on the
man.
win. Thank you. We worked very hard.
Woo! There you go.
Look at that.
All
Look
the
at the party. Look at the
people.
party in Canada. Look at that.
I'm wondering where that
That's
is. I wish
awesome.
they gave like a little. Where is that?
That's awesome. I don't know where that is, but
Oh yeah, I want to know where that is because like it's probably super late if it's out east, and it looks like it is. Like it kind of looks like maybe Ontario or maybe even like the Maritimes or something. But yeah,
this
congrats to
is
Canada. Well, an excellent game.
yeah.
Excellent
There's
game.
Marie-Philippe Poulin.
These
You
games
did it.
never disappoint. They never.
No,
They
they never
either
do.
end up going to overtime, shootout, abolish the shootout. They either end up going to overtime
They
or past
put
overtime, or just we end up being close in regulation like this.
they put their blood, sweat, and tears on the line for that win at the end there. Like holy cow.
Yeah.
Like they worked
Everything
their
out on the
ass
ice there.
off in that final minute. Like they worked their ass off the whole game, but particularly in the last. Look how many Canadians there are in the game at this game. Like
It's a lot of people
clearly
out there.
every every Olympian who is currently not who's done, and like every coach is that could make it in is clearly at this game, and that's awesome.
Yeah. We just wish that there was Scott Moyer in the stands yelling at the refs.
Yeah, Tessa Virtue
Come
and Scott
on.
Moyer.
Just him just being like, just having a beer, just being in the crowd, just yelling at the refs like, come on, man.
I'm going to love watching the U.S. broadcast talk about this. Oh, I'm so sorry.
NBC is terrible. They have absolutely
I'm sure they're
terrible
gonna be
coverage.
like, oh yeah, it's gonna be
They're gonna
like,
be pretty salty about this. They always are.
I'm sure they'll like, that once the Americans get their silvers, they'll just cut the broadcast there.
They'll just be like, yep, that's it.
That's it.
Well, actually, that kind of is what they do already. Like, I've told you this, like NBC, like I watched the London Olympics down in the US because I was visiting family. And it's the same thing they do now, like 10 years later. They will show they put the Olympics on television, but if other athletes from other countries are like doing events, they play ads over it.
Yeah,
they just don't show it. They'll put it in a corner and then they just play commercials in a side box there and they'll play the audio of that. And then when the Americans are up, they get the commentators like, and now the Americans up here. Let's talk about them for a little bit, their story, and then they're done. And then they go back to other athletes. It's like, oh, we don't really care about them. So it's like I could see them as soon as that Olympic
NBC has
medal ceremony.
Yeah,
absolutely.
NBC famously has
trash.
the worst coverage in the Olympic world by a country mile.
Oh. This is a great little tweet here. Alish Forfar the Wordle for February 17th, 2022. It's just the grid, except it's all American flags and they form an L.
Yeah.
That's too good to not retweet there. There's also people taking the Canadian style tyranny is here meme, putting the box score in there. That's good stuff right there. The memes that come out every time something like this happens are delicious.
It's incredible.
Never not enjoy it. Always enjoy it.
Poulin is such an amazing player, an amazing Olympics record. Yeah. Marie-Philippe Poulin is I have to like
with the flag, let's go.
Yeah, she's the greatest women's hockey player of all time now, right? Like, that feels canon now?
I think it is. I think some people hold on to Wickenheiser a little bit, but no, it's objective now that she has surpassed Wickenheiser. Absolutely.
I think if you you know what I think is important? I think if you ask Haley
so that place that we saw earlier is Tring Junction, Quebec. So that was Quebec. So that's 1:30 there right now.
Yeah. I think the important thing is if you asked Haley Wickenheiser, I think she would say Poulin. And I think
she would say Poulin, absolutely. Yeah.
And I think that's the important that's the important difference. I think that's the tiebreaker there. Yeah. What a win for Team Canada. God, this is every time this is the best. This is always the best game of
the Olympics,
of the Olympics, with the one exception being the Crosby golden goal. But that was not the rule. That was the outlier rather than the rule. The women's games never fail to live up to the hype. That gold medal game is always fantastic. And now Canada has gold, gets to hold both the women's gold medal in hockey and soccer over the Americans. What a year.
Yes, and we have the World Cup to look forward to as well. Most likely.
The Canadian the future FIFA World Cup champion Team Canada.
Yes.
They're gonna win the whole dang thing. They're gonna beat
all right.
Germany. Never heard.
Thank you for you might watch the medal ceremony. That's totally fine. Thank you for letting me join you, Lachlan. I have to get ready to sleep and have school tomorrow.
Sounds good, Jacob. Take care, buddy.
Yeah. Thanks again. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Take care.
Okay. Bye. Okay. Bye.
That was my buddy Jacob. Thanks for joining us, Jacob. You can follow Jacob at JKM New, I think is his @ I forget. It's a little confusing. I am still here though until they hand out the medals. I think we're gonna stick it out here until the medals get handed out. But yeah, what a huge win for Canada. This is the game that matters at the end of the day. This is the win that will be remembered. It's fantastic seeing them get this back, because they work for it. The women's team puts up with so much just to even get to this game. So yeah, it makes it all the sweeter. It makes it all the sweeter that they walk away with the victory today. And hopefully inspires even more and more women to pick up hockey. Hopefully inspires a bigger effort to get another women's professional league in Canada here again. Because I want a team in Vancouver really badly. I would love a pro women's team in Vancouver to talk about and to cover. As we get over to the medal celebration, here it is. This is it. So many great players, some of which are getting their first medal. Their first of many, hopefully. Oh, and that's a sight. That's Brianna Decker literally on a scooter because of her broken leg. God, that's heartbreaking. You feel for her for sure. It's so hard to be a top-notch athlete and to have to watch from the sidelines. The US feed just kicked over to skiing. Of course they did. God. Oh my God. The American media ignorance knows no bounds. I gotta tweet that out. They're not showing the medal ceremony. What a joke. Just and there's Sarah Fillier. Aw, so cute. That's awesome. I'm so happy for the Canadians. Like Sarah Fillier, God, she worked so hard. This is her first Olympics, which is, I think that's the craziest part about all this, I think. Like, this is her first Olympics, and she's only gonna get better. That's adorable. I wish I could show the interviews, because they're they're all like such salt of the earth people. God, maybe it's on another channel. Like, I would hope. Come on, NBC, get your shit together. Uh, like, they all got their masks on. They're all taking pictures. That's awesome. This Canadian team had the swagger to win as well. Like, there was a little sense of swagger there, where they were like some of the way that they were, um, just the way that they were approaching this. They looked like they were having a good time throughout the whole tournament and having fun. Marie-Philippe Poulin, captain. She's like, yeah, like talking about the 2018 loss, like how much it's clearly like been stuck in their heads the whole time that they needed to win. And like they never gave up on that. Oh, they kicked over to Michaela Schifrin because she's skiing. That sounds right. Do they bring it back to the medal ceremony now, though? Or are they just going to stick on skiing? Heaven forbid other countries have athletes worth talking about. That's the other part. Like Marie-Philippe Poulin should be getting this kind of attention from like an American broadcaster because her talent should transcend it. But no. They're sticking on skiing because it's live and she's going for gold. God. Put it on a different channel, NBC. We know you have like 20 of them. And they're lining up. But either way, we're lining up to watch the goal, to watch them. Make sure you check the NBC app, because I think the app usually has the main like feeds, like the main Olympic broadcast feeds, rather than just the NBC broadcasts. So they'll still be showing this just without like as much commentary. That's my one recommendation that I have. As we pop over to the studio here in Canada, we're popping over to the studio with Kate Burness, Shannon Sabados, and Megan Mickelson. So many legends of Canadian women's hockey. As we wait for the medal ceremony, make sure if you enjoyed this stream at all and you want to see us do more stuff like this, particularly maybe some Canucks stuff down the line, who knows? Make sure to give us a follow. Follow the CreaseCast channel on Twitch. Make sure to check out our YouTube channel. Subscribe to that, where we'll have this full stream. This full stream will be available probably tomorrow. It might take some time. But that'll be the whole replay of this will be up there as well. You'll be able to check out. You know what? I think we are gonna cut this short here, pretty much, because I don't think the way I don't know if there's anything else we can get across during the actual medal ceremony that's worth like pointing out. It'll just be watching them get the medals. So yeah, I think we'll just cut it here. I think this is just the best place to cut it for now. All right. But let me cut over to this one. Hi. So yeah, if you enjoyed this, make sure to go check out the CreaseCast, our podcast that I do with Cody Sievertson, every Monday and Friday. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. Big win for the gold. Yes, exactly. Big win for the gold. Go check us out on all those platforms. Make sure to give us a review. We have lots of new episodes going up. We do a lot of stuff on the YouTube channel. Click subscribe, click the bell to get notified whenever we drop a new episode on our YouTube channel. We may or may not have some cool news coming up, actually, about the podcast sooner rather than later. It's just coming up, which is pretty cool. It's not like a big deal. It's just like a little low-key thing, but I'm excited about it anyway. What else is there to say? Yeah, I'm going to keep trying to do a little bit more Twitch stuff. Usually what I've done, this is the first time, obviously, we've done a watch-along for a game. We also, I've done some classic video game streams on here with like NHL 95 and 94 as well. And we might do more of that down the line. yeah, we got a lot of things coming up that I'm looking forward to for the rest of the season. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Lock in the Crease. You can also find me at over my writing work over at CanucksArmy.com. We're at CanucksArmy.com. I write there pretty frequently. And I'm trying to think what else is there. Oh, Cody just dropped his Comets recap of the Abbotsford Canucks recap over on ahlnucksharvest.com. And of course there was the scary Jack Rathbone injury tonight, which is we are all very nervous about now. But overall, yeah, go check that out. But go check the game day preview. You can check it out on our Twitter at the CreaseCast on Twitter. Also check us out on Instagram at the CreaseCast. And yeah, I think with that in mind, I think that's everything. Oh yeah, Patreon. Patreon.com/CreaseCast for $1 and $5 tiers if you really enjoyed this. You can help support the show. $1 just for a little tip jar kind of thing. And if you just enjoyed the streams, and $5 if you want a little bit of extra bonus like stuff, which I do. I do like the Pacific Division power rankings on there as well as some other stuff. Yeah, thanks for the stream, mate. Made for a good companion to watching the game. Well, good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad we were able to put this together. And who knows? Maybe down the line we'll have a few more reasons to do this, and maybe some other games we can do this for during the rest of hockey season. What is that jersey behind you? I think you know what jersey it is. It's the South Korea jersey, the lovely South Korea jersey. And yeah, I think that's everything for today. So thank you guys so much for watching. Enjoy, celebrate this gold medal with as best you can. And we will see you, and I will see you next time. Take care.